graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We got the Philadelphia 76ers playing in the NBA in-season tournament against the Orlando Magic tonight. Tip-off should be underway in about 5 minutes or so. Before we obviously get started, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too, as we are in game number 17 of the NBA season for the Philadelphia 76ers. Pretty crazy to think about that. No VJ Edgecombe, no Kelly Oubre, no Joel Embiid, and no Paul George tonight. It's just Tyrese Maxey and the supporting cast. It's going to be a wild one tonight. Look, all these injuries, they all suck. We heard that Paul George is not even out with a knee injury, that he's out with an ankle injury. That's what they called it earlier today. So he is nursing an ankle injury. And it's just like, man, how cursed is this basketball team? I mean, come on. There's just injuries that just keep happening. And that happened, by the way, while he's on a minutes restriction. So it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know if the Sixers did anything in the past life or what ended up happening, but it is what it is. Sixers without Paul George, without VJ Edgecombe, and Oubre, of course, and Embiid. Adem Bona is also still out, too. I forgot to mention that as well. So Andre Drummond and Dominic Barlow, those are really your quote-unquote centers today. So, again, we'll see how the Sixers do fare against this Magic team. Orlando this season, led by Franz Wagner, has had a pretty good year, 23 points per game. They are without Paolo Banchero today. He is not available, and they ruled him out for tonight's game. They're also missing Jonathan Isaac as well. And Colin Castleton, they said that he was a game-time decision, but I don't think that he is playing in tonight's game. So I just want to throw that out there. Let me know what you guys think the final score is going to be down below and who your MVPs are for this game. The Sixers are underdogs, rightfully so. They're at plus 170. Alan, thanks so much for the sub. I really appreciate that, man. Shout out to you. Who else do we have for tonight? Or what else do I want to say about tonight's game? So, yes, the Orlando Magic, they are coming off of a loss against the Boston Celtics. They won 3 games in a row, and then they lost to Boston. And they gave up 138 points in that game, including 35 to Jaylen Brown, who shot 14 for 26 from the field and was also 5 for 7 from the foul line as well. So, but Jet Howard had himself quite a performance. He actually put up 30 points in 29 minutes and had 7 rebounds, 3 assists. That guy was shooting the ball very well. He was being very aggressive. He took a lot of threes, but he was 5 for 13 from the three-point line. But other than that, though, he looked very aggressive in that game, and that was definitely an outlier for him. So, in all honesty, this team just is going to have to put pressure on this Magic team. This Orlando Magic team is young. They have a lot of athleticism. They have a lot of versatility, and the Sixers are just going to have to keep up with them. Jamal Mosley is a very good head coach, and he's done a very good job coaching these guys for Orlando. And look, they have a very good team this year. They really do. And they've been playing a lot without Paolo Banchero, who is obviously their number one superstar that they have. But they have a very good supporting cast of players, and you gotta hustle. You gotta go up and down and compete with those guys. So yes, let's change this, and then we'll get to everybody's comments as well. But yes, let's change this scoreboard up here, and we should be ready to rock and roll. Andrew is here. Alex is here. Nick is here. What's up, Snow? What's up, Asia? Mark is also here as well. Shout out to everybody. Let's go. All right, and also we got to get Twitter up and running on our phones. We're going to do that right now. Where is... we can turn on the Wi-Fi. But X, that's what I wanted to do. Put up the Twitter notifications. Right, where is it? X. Got it. So, how do you guys think that the Sixers have done so far this season? I think it's been a very weird season for them. But they just, I don't know. Like, I can't fully assess the Philadelphia 76ers just because they haven't been able to put everybody out there on the court at the same time. Joel, Tyrese, and PG have not played one game together. So, I can't really make like I can't really do a full assessment of this team just because of that. But what I do like is how young and versatile these guys are. Like the VJ Edgecombs, right? These guys that are running up and down the floor, they have youth. They have athleticism. And Tyrese Maxey is now the face of this team. He really is. And so I think that he's had himself so far an MVP caliber season up there with guys like Nikola Jokic, right? Giannis Antetokounmpo, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Tyrese Maxey has entered into that new realm with the way that he has been playing and with the way that he's carrying this Sixers team without Paul George, without Joel Embiid, and some other key components that are missing out there as well. So I give him flowers and I give him credit where credit is due. And I just hope that he can keep it up. But he is playing at a superstar level, and he's putting the rest of the league on notice for sure. Jay Decker is here, my man. I don't want to. I hate to call you out, but I did see on the chat replay that you were providing spoilers during that Eagles game. I can't have you do that, man. If you guys are watching this game, or if you're watching the game and you see something before I do, that's a spoiler. I don't have spoilers allowed in my chat. So I just wanted to give you guys a warning about that. Please do not spoil the game. If you do, my mods will find out and they will time you out. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Sorry, man, I didn't mean to throw you under the bus like that, but it was just a reminder for everybody not to spoil the game. My bad. Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes, Andre Drummond, Dominic Barlow, and Justin Edwards are the starters for the Philadelphia 76ers tonight. And we'll see how they do against the Orlando Magic. Franz Wagner, of course, leading the way. Talked about it a little bit before, but this guy's averaging 23 points per game. He is also averaging 6.5 rebounds per game as well, and 4 assists too. So he's now 24 years old. In his last game that he played in against Boston, he only had 15 points. Boston did actually a pretty good job neutralizing him in his 28 minutes. He only shot, he was 5 for 10 from the field, which sounds ridiculous, but he's been shooting the ball very well when it comes to his field goal percentage, and he was only held to just 1 3-point attempt, whereas in the previous game before that, he was 4 for 6 from downtown against the New York Knicks. hit that thumbs up button, guys. We are approaching the 8,200 marker, and I would really like us to try to get there as soon as we possibly can. So if you do enjoy this content, and if you've been rocking with me for so long but have not hit the subscribe button on YouTube, it is free. So you're more than welcome to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. What's up, chat? What's going on? Andrew is here. Snowman is here. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Yes, I hope that you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving and spend time with your loved ones. I'll make sure that I close out with that because I will not see you guys on stream, at least, beforehand. So, Sixers are in their red, blue, and white uniforms as they are ready to go out there on the court. Another NBA Cup game for Philadelphia. They are 0-2 in their NBA Cup games that they have played in so far, including a loss to the Boston Celtics. All right. Franz Wagner is out there with a mask on. We got Andre Drummond, though, going up against Tristan da Silva for a tip-off. And here we go. It's underway as Andre Drummond wins the tip-off. And Tyrese Maxey will have possession of the basketball. All right, so we are ready to get things started. The Magic, their starting lineup, it's Wagner, Da Silva, Wendell Carter Jr., Desmond Bane, and Jalen Suggs. There's a turnover off of a bad pass by Edwards, and rolling down the lane and hitting the bucket is Desmond Bane off the assist by Tristan da Silva. So it's 2-0 Orlando. The court is in navy blue, I would say. Also has a white Philadelphia text over at center court, along with the NBA Cup trophy logo as well. Here's a floater inside, and that one is just too strong by Dominic Barlow, and it's rebounded by Orlando on the other side. Wagner trying to get some space, now rolling over towards the baseline, and finger roll finish for him. And that now makes it 4-0. Gotta be able to watch out for him. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, my friend. We got to get a W. Final score predictions down below. Edwards catches, goes down the lane. Reverse layup is up, and he gets called for a turnover. I guess that he stepped on out of bounds. He did. If you guys are watching the game, on a scale of 1 through 10, on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 not being good at all, 5 being perfect, if there is such a thing, let me know how you guys feel about this court. Does it look really good or does it not look good at all? Here's Edwards on a catch and shoot 3-point shot, and he swishes it from the far wing for Philadelphia as they go from right to left. The Magic, they're going from left to right. Suggs on a catch-and-shoot 3. That ball got blocked by Quentin Grimes, and it's rebounded by Philadelphia. Grimes goes down the lane, and Grimes gets the ball blocked. And now that's going to go the other way. So Jalen Suggs able to block Quentin Grimes on his little layup, and Magic will have the ball. 2 turnovers by the 76ers so far. And we've played just a little bit over 2 minutes. There's a little floater. That one's up, and it's going to be a little bit short and rebounded by Dominic Barlow. Let's go. Wow, bro, didn't mean to do that. Yes, throw me under the bus because I deserved it. No. You're good. You're good, man. You're good, dude. No worries. I didn't mean to do you dirty like that. It was just a reminder to me. Here's a little drive to the basket by Jalen Suggs, and he is able to make the layup. It's 6-3 Orlando. Sixers trail by 3. Maxey on the drive to the basket. Runner is up. He's fouled. The shot did not go in, and Tyrese instead will head to the line and march his way over to shoot some free throws. Sixers are 4-6 in their last 10 games. They had a very good start to the season, and were 5-1. But Obviously, their third quarter woes have been one of the main reasons why that they are where they are. Maxey's first foul shot, it's too strong. Ended up going in and out. John Clark said that Tyrese Maxey may need to drop another 50-plus point game without Paul George, Joel Embiid, Oubre, and Bona, and Edgecombe. Hopefully that's not the case. I mean, if he does, it does, but I just hope that it's not forced. Here's the foul shot by Maxey. The second time, it's a charm. He goes 1 for 2 from the line.
Excellent.
Wagner on the floater. Got it. 8-4. Orlando up in front by 4. Maxey on the dribble, handoff over to Edwards, and one more to Grimes for a 3, and that's way too strong from the near wing. Quentin Grimes tried to draw up his own shot, and it ended up not working out. Bane with a layup. Good contest by Dominic Barlow, and Maxey gets the rebound. Outlet pass back over to Barlow. Euro step inside, goes flopping down, and now it's 5-on-4 for the Orlando Magic. Wagner on the drive to the basket, kicks it out to Suggs. Suggs' his corner shot, and that one's rebounded by Andre Drummond. It was a 3. Maxey over at the foul line, goes inside hard, gets tripped up on the deck, and he gets called, he will be fouled. Looks like Maxey was backing up for a second, but it was a shooting foul by Desmond Bane. How about the Magic? They're 6-2 in their last 8 games. They've actually been playing really good basketball. Wagner, during that time, has averaged 24.6 points per game and has been playing very, very good basketball. The first free throw by Maxey this trip around is up and in. Sixers ended up beating Orlando in their first game that they played against them in the regular season. And the score was 136-124. Tyrese put up 43 points. And Banchero, who was the Magic leader in points, had 32. Wofford will step on in for Philadelphia, and so will Jared McCain. Maxey's second free throw, bullseye.
Excellent.
It's an 8-6 game. Philadelphia is down by 2. These two teams will play each other one more time. It'll be on January 9th, and that'll be in Orlando. Suggs kicks it out to Bane, wide open on the far corner, and his shot is a little bit short, and it's tipped by Drummond, but it goes into the hands of Wagner, who drives it down the lane, can't hit the layup, and the Sixers rebound the basketball. So 2 early subs for Philadelphia, McCain and Watford for Edwards and Barlow. Here's McCain with a catch-and-shoot 3, and that'll give the Sixers the lead. That ball was shot from the logo, and Jared McCain, I got to tell you, his shot, he's looked really confident shooting the basketball over his last couple of games, and that's definitely a positive sign for Philadelphia. Here's Bane. He's been a good three-point shooter, but not that time around. Misses his shot, and Grimes catches his miss. Grimes will try to lay it up, and he can't lay it on in, but it was last touched by Franz Wagner, and it'll bounce on out of bounds. Sixers ball still. Oh, man. It happens. Just let JJ call the game. It's all good, man. You good. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, we got a haircut. I got made fun of it because it's No Shave November. Maxey lost the ball, and it'll be Magic basketball. He thought that it was last touched by Orlando, and Maxey's very animated. When he's looking over on the sideline, I think that it touched his right hand as it went on out of bounds. So it's now 9-8, and Maxey will get a technical called on him. And so the Magic will try to tie the game. Nick Nurse is not happy about that. Maxey has got to be careful. So Bane will tie the game and call it a deuce. Been a very good foul shooter. Desmond this year averaging 17.5 points per game, 4.5 assists, And obviously spent a lot of time playing with Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies from 2020 till 2025. Sixers will inbound it, and Watford loses the ball. It'll go on out of bounds, and that is going to go on out of bounds. Here we go. Offensive rebound by Wagner off the missed shots by the Magic, and Wagner tries to go for his rebound, and it was last touched by McKean. It'll go out of bounds. We played 5 minutes so far in this first frame out in Philadelphia. Maxey putting up a 50-piece tonight. That'd be great, man. My access to the games is only through JJ. I depend on this broadcast. Dude, you're the best. Shout out to you. Here's a little tip in from the Magic, and they now make it 11-9. That was a missed shot by Suggs, and I believe that Drummond got a fingertip on it. Tyrese Maxey now driving for the Philadelphia 76ers, gets tripped up there, and we will have a timeout. It was a personal foul on Tristan da Silva, and the Sixers will be back in just a few moments. It was a personal foul. It was not in the act of shooting, so Sixers will inbound it when they return to action. I'm not honestly, man. If you want like my actual thoughts, I'm not a fan of these courts. I think that it's nice to be able to try something new, but just when it comes to aesthetics and when you're watching it on the TV, I don't know how it looks in person, but with the way that the lighting is and the reflections on certain parts of the text, I think that it's not as pleasing to the eye. But that's just me. But let me know what your thoughts are down below, especially with this court that they're showing tonight. Maxey has 3 points. He's made all 3 of his points from the line. Other than that, for the 76ers, Edwards did knock down a 3, and so did Jared McKean. So those are the other 2 guys that have points on the board. Everybody else, nada. We have 2 other games going on tonight. One of them is actually occurring right now, and that's the Wizards, who are taking on the Atlanta Hawks. The Wizards are looking for their 2nd win of the season. They are 1-15 on the season so far and are also 0-6 at home. They lead 84-63. CJ McCollum with 30 points. He is 8 for 10 from three-point range. And the Atlanta Hawks, well, Kristaps Porzingis has 13 points for them, but they are 11-7 on the season and are not playing good at all. They are down by 20. And then later tonight, we got Clippers and Lakers. That'll be their first game that they've played against each other all season long. Clippers are 5-12. The Lakers are 12-4, of course. Lakers will have LeBron play, and Luka and Austin Reeves as well. Score predictions. I'm going to go 118-105 Magic win tonight. 118-105. Interesting. Looks awesome tonight, and I love the red uniforms too. I like the red uniforms. I'm just not as big of a fan of the court. That's just me, though. Andre Drummond does have 4 rebounds tonight so far. I think that we can, if maybe we can't, if there's one thing that's definitive for tonight's game, Andre Drummond is going to have a double-double. Is that crazy to say? I think Andre Drummond is going to have a double-double. I expect it. I just do. This guy is a rebounding machine. We're so good off the glass. So Sixers down by 2. Remember, Tristan da Silva committed a personal foul. And so McKean will inbound it, and he'll dump it off over to Andre Drummond, who's at the three-point line on the near wing. Now he has to give it up over to Maxey, who's at the half-court logo. Maxey crosses on over, steps on inside the three-point line, now kicks it out to Drummond on the corner. Drummond with a layup inside, no good. I don't know what they were trying to do there, but clearly Andre Drummond was at the three-point line with 2 seconds left, and, well, he had to sort of scramble, and I just didn't think that the Sixers did a good job calling up that play or executing. Here's a little drive on the other side. Jared McKean commits a foul, and Wendell Carter Jr. is going to go to the line. Anthony Black just missed a three, and then Carter grabbed that rebound, and Jared McCain just fouled Wendell Carter, got him right on the hand, and we'll have some free throws coming up for Wendell. This guy is averaging 7.5 rebounds per game. He's coming off of an 11-point performance. He did foul out against the New York Knicks and played in 22 minutes. He did not play against Boston. Here's Jamal Mosley in his 5th season as the Magic head coach. He's done a very good job with this squad this year so far. First foul shot good, and the second foul shot, that's good as well for Wendell Carter Jr. We've played almost half of the first so far. Maxey, Watford, Grimes, McKean, and Drummond all out there, and Watford buzzes his way downhill for a layup and finishes on the right side. Underhanded finish for him. Suggs with a tough floater, can't get it. Good contest there by the Philadelphia 76ers. Watford got the ball from Maxey, spins, turns, goes up with a floater, and got it to go. Trendon Watford with 2 straight buckets for the Sixers, and they tie this baby up. Suggs going over to the baseline. Zips it all the way over to Suggs. And Suggs lost the ball. It was knocked away by Quentin Grimes. Almost lost his footing there, and, well, he's fouled. Oof. So good to see Trendon Watford going downhill, getting buckets by himself, and just beating his man. And he's making things work against Franz Wagner, who's a pretty good defensive player, too, by the way. Andre Drummond, I didn't see it on the other side. He did actually get a piece of Jalen Suggs' shot. So he ends up getting a block. Justin Edwards back on in for Quentin Grimes. Goga Batadze is also in for Wendell Carter Jr. A tough floater by Maxey. Can't get it to go. In and out. He tried to kiss it off the window. Suggs will windmill his way downhill and sledge it inside with the right hand. A big, tough finish for him. And so it's now 15-13. There's a shot that goes up, and being fouled that time is Justin Edwards by Tristan Da Silva. Anthony Black just went into flight mode, and Jalen Suggs ended up getting the assist. Didn't even see that Anthony Black just came on in, but he did. Anthony now 21 years old. He's in his 3rd season with the Magic. It's hard to believe that he's just 21. He'll be 22 in January. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. Edwards, his first foul shot is good, and the second one will tie the baby back. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button.
Excellent.
Let's go. All right, 15-15. 5 minutes left in this first quarter. Wagner being double-teamed at the foul line gets the ball knocked loose, but a foul called on Jared McCain for reaching on in. Edwards was also there, too, to sort of stop him, but McCain is the one who made some contact with him. Here's the inbound pass from Suggs. He gets it back. Suggs with a lob pass downhill to Batadze and an alley-oop jam by him. 17-15, and the Magic go back out in front. Nobody could get a body down below to stop Batadze. Here's McCain rolling to the basket. He tries to put it up and in, and, well, there's a foul called on Tyus Jones. I don't really know. I think that he was trying to actually do a little alley-oop pass, but it ended up being a shot anyways because it hit the rim. But anyhow, regardless, McCain being aggressive, and he'll go to the line to shoot some more free throws for Philadelphia. Justin Edwards with 5 points, Maxey with 3, Wofford with 4, and McKean with 4 as well. Those are all your players that are in the scoring department so far. Barlow does have 2 rebounds. Foul shot number 2 by McCain hits the front of the rim, back of the rim, front of the rim again, and it goes out. So the Magic do get the rebound. Here's Maxey on an interception off of a bad pass, and so Maxey will take it to the cup, and he lays it up and lays it on in. It's now 18-17. Wagner on the drive to the cup, can't get it. That time it's rebounded by Maxey. Sixers have numbers. Maxey to McCain, catch and shoot 3, and he knocks it down from another area code. Timeout taken by Jamal Mosley, and the Sixers are up by 4. Momentum swinging on their side, and the Magic want to stop that, and that's what they're going to do as they call this timeout. Good for Jared McCain to just make that 3, and Tyrese Maxey ends up getting the assist. That's his 3rd assist of the day. CeeLo is here. What's up, CeeLo? Butterfly is also here as well. Mark says I'm going to go 122 Orlando and Sixers 112 for a Magic win. We hate to be that guy. We do. Jared McCain is having himself quite a day so far, and I love it. I absolutely love it, man. The Lakers are the better team, so I'd wager the Lakers. Let's hope that they at least attempt to play some defense tonight. It's like watching the Birds play offense. Some painful frustration. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been very frustrated with Nick Nurse in regards to the offense more than the defense. The Eagles' defense, I mean, we can all agree that the Eagles' defense has been phenomenal this year. I'm not telling you that the Sixers' defense is the best thing, but to me, like, the bigger concern is the play calling on offense because we're seeing so many dribble handoffs. And if that's just your go-to play, well, teams are going to catch up on that, right? It's like when the Eagles are in shotgun on 3rd down and they hand it off to Saquon Barkley. What do you think is going to happen? It's the same thing with these dribble handoffs here. They're both predictable, and teams have an easy way to game plan for that. So I'm more concerned about the offense than the defense. But to your point, though, about the defense, you can't be breaking up on defense, right? You got to close out. And we've seen a lot of times this year where the Sixers do go after the ball handler, and they start double-teaming in half court. And when they do that, that's an issue too. I just think that the offensive play calling is more of an issue. But, yes, problematic. I'm talking tonight. I'm doing a lot of talking. Oh, man. Butterfly, how are ya? I'm so happy to see you, Butterfly. Shout out to you. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you that celebrate here in the United States. Stop on over to CeeLo's channel if you love sports. He covers a lot. He does NASCAR. He does the Braves. He does the Tennessee Volunteers for college basketball as well. You should definitely go check him out. He does a lot of baseball content too. A lot of stuff with the 3D. He's great at what he does. Shout out to my guy. Thank you, my friend. I got you, dude. I got to go tell JJ much love. Oh, man, I'm sorry, dude. I appreciate you for stopping on by. I'll make sure I reach out and I'll text you. All right, so we got some substitutions coming on in for the Magic, including Desmond Bane, who will enter back on in for Jalen Suggs, and Noah Penda is coming on in for Franz Wagner as he is downhill under center. Here's Suggs again over on the wing, dumps it back off over at the top of the key, and gives it back to Tyus Jones. Here's Jones over to Suggs again with a tough floater inside, and we have a foul issued on Philadelphia. It'll be on Watford. It is a shooting foul indeed, that will result in free throws. Sixers have committed 3 fouls. Actually, sorry, the Sixers are in the bonus. And the Magic, I believe, have committed 3 fouls. Hold up a sec. That doesn't make sense. Foul shot number 1, that's good. Sixers are in the bonus, yes. And they've also committed 3 fouls. I was like, wait, hold up a sec. Okay. 3:40 left to go in the first quarter. Both foul shots are good. Here's Maxey parting the Red Sea, laying it up and laying it in. Sixers got to get back on defense, though, as Suggs gets it downhill. There's a three-pointer that's off the mark. Offensive rebound by Batadze, though, as Penda missed the 3, and Batadze ends up putting it back up and in. Philadelphia only up by 2. Maxey steps back, gives it off over to Watford, who was at the corner, now dribbles towards the foul line, dumps it off over to Barlow, and now Edwards zigzagging into the lane, steps up with a J and makes it. That was from 8 feet or so, and the Sixers increase their lead to 4. Justin Edwards give him now 7 points in this game alone. Bane on the drive to the basket, no good. Batadze rebounds. Somebody has to box this guy out. Batadze ends up tipping his own shot and making it, and now it's 25-23. Sixers are small in size. Watford and Barlow are the guys down low, and they're just not able to box out Batadze. We do have a whistle called over on the other side. It's on Anthony Black for committing a shooting foul, and so we will have some free throws. Watford is the one who was being aggressive, going over towards the baseline, and he tried to hit a layup there, but there was some contact down low by Black. Free throw number 1 by Watford will go on in. And another substitution for the 76ers. It'll be Quentin Grimes, who's had a very good season coming off the bench. And he will be coming on in place of Tyrese Maxey. Watford makes his second free throw. He's had a very good first quarter so far. And that now makes it 27-23. Sixers in the driver's seat right now. Batadze this year, by the way, averaging 6 points per game and 5 rebounds, too. Here's Suggs working around the screen, goes up with a 2, and gets it blocked by Quentin Grimes. And Penda comes up with an offensive rebound again, and Watford this time will make contact with his left shooting hand, or with his right shooting hand, I should say. And we're going to have some more free throws coming on up. Man, the Sixers are just not getting rebounds today. And their lack of size is showing so far against this Magic team. 15 rebounds for the Magic. Sixers do have 11, but when Andre Drummond goes over to the bench, I mean, you're going to be getting out-rebounded. First foul shot good by Penda. Second one hits the back iron. And finally, Edwards actually got it not loose, but it was gathered back by Barlow. McCain looking to sit up on offense. He's out there as the point guard, dumps it off over to Grimes, another dribble handoff to Trendon Watford as he goes down over towards the baseline and tries to lay it up and in, but we have another foul called on Batadze. So Watford has been very aggressive in this game. That's been one of the main key things that you love to see. Watford had himself that really good game about a week ago or so, when the Sixers ended up playing against the Toronto Raptors. He had 20 points, 17 rebounds, and 10 assists. And in the last game that he played, really in between all of those games, he put up a total of 38 points. And that was in 6 games played. But in his last game, he had 19 points, 7 assists, 9 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal in 26 minutes against the Miami Heat. And the Sixers are hoping that he can get back to that type of a player. 28-24. Now Jared McCain will take a seat. We have a double technical called on Watford and Batadze. Here's the second foul shot by Watford, and that one is good, and the Sixers increase their lead to 5.
Excellent.
1:50 left to go in the opening quarter. A floater up inside by Tyus Jones, and he will go to the line just a little bit too strong. And Grimes is the one guilty for committing the foul. Where is JJ? I'm right here. I was probably on a break before. Sixers forcing a turnover is a novelty. Sixers playing bad in the third quarter is also a novelty in itself. We're at 22 likes. Keep hitting that thumbs up button, man. Safe to say the Sixers and Eagles are similar in offense. Yes. Foul shots number 1 and 2 by Jones are good. And Philadelphia's lead is down to 1 possession. So the lineup for the Sixers, it's Watford, Eric Gordon getting some minutes. Watford, Gordon, Grimes, Barlow, and Edwards. Grimes off balance, going downhill, hitting a reverse layup as the shot clock expires. He just got it off. That was incredible concentration on his end. Bane lost the ball, and it was stolen by Justin Edwards. He picks it up, and he throws it down with the left hand. Justin Edwards with an exclamation point, and he's all fired up. And now they got to get back on defense again. Bane gets it over to Tyus Jones. And now Suggs back to Jones for a wide open 3 from the top of the key. Sinks it. And it's now 33-29. Can't leave that guy wide open. He's a very good three-point shooter and has been throughout his entire career so far. Grimes, he'll get some space, but he gives it down low to Barlow, who was wide open, and the Magic defense gets caught sleeping at the wheel. Great pass there by Quentin Grimes. He got a dime there, and Barlow ends up flushing it with 2 hands. 39 seconds left in the opening quarter. The Sixers are up by 6. And Jones working around the screen, dumping it off to Suggs. Wide open 3. Swish goes the basketball. Again, the Sixers not closing out. They're not putting a hand in his face, and that's because the Magic have been providing screens, and the Sixers again going back to double teaming in the half-court sets. Grimes, 8 seconds left on the shot clock, 15 on the game clock. Grimes working with his left hand, going to the elbow, throws it in no man's land, and it ends up going out of bounds. The intended receiver was supposed to be Eric Gordon, but that was not even close to him. And a costly turnover. So the Magic could tie it up with a 3 here. Here's Jones being left on an island, puts up a tray, and gets it to go. 2 seconds left exactly to go. Grimes gets the inbound pass. 3/4 court shot is up, and he airballs it. And we're going to go into quarter number 2, all tied up at 35. So the Sixers don't really do a good job of closing out that quarter. Literally and figuratively, they gave up a couple of wide open 3s and were horrible out in transition on defense. And we're going to step aside. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're going into quarter number 2. All right, what's going on? Hardcore, Mark, y'all are awesome. Shout out to you guys. Mark says I'm eating popcorn and I'm watching JJ. You don't have to go to a movie theater. The movie theater's right here. That's funny. Outmatch inside, no depth. They're all hurt. Yep, they're giving up a lot of buckets, and a lot of them to close out the quarter were just wide open 3s. The Magic were actually, I believe that they were 0 for 8 to start things off from 3, and then they just hit their last 3 threes. So Sixers definitely did give up a lot of points in the paint in that quarter. They give up 18, and just didn't do as good of a job on defense closing out that quarter. But they do have 35 points. The good news is that Jared McCain has looked very good in this game so far. It looks like that his shooting is back, and he looks so confident with his shot. It's not even funny. It looks like he's sort of returning to action in that way. He's working around screens. He's creating his own shots too, and that's just a great thing to see. And if he's going to be left wide open, give the ball to him and just have him shoot. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So very happy with how he's been able to do just catching and shooting the ball. Now, I think it's interesting, and I guess that you sort of have to go to this, right? Because you don't have Paul George, you don't have you don't have Kelly Oubre, and you're missing more pieces. So Eric Gordon playing for 2 minutes, I just find that to be interesting for the 76ers. You kind of have to play these. You're going to have to play Eric Gordon and Kyle Lowry now, which kind of sucks. And we raised this question before, but I don't think I've raised it, though, over the last couple of games. I just want to know, why is Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon your final two players? I mean, if those are your last two guys, I understand that if you have to rely on those guys, right, then that's not good. But the fact that they're there, it's not really good either. Like, what does Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon do? That's my question. Nothing. 35-35 as we start off quarter number 2. All right, so the Magic have the ball. Here's Black going downhill, kicks it outside to Carter, and it's intercepted by Eric Gordon. Well, he gets a steal there. Wasn't really like he put his hands in the cookie jar. It was just mishandled by Anthony Black, and Eric Gordon picked up the loose change. Here's a missed shot again by Tyrese Maxey. Cannot hit the layup. Carter Jr. for a wide-open three. In and out it goes. Sixers don't box out. Desmond Bane gets the rebound, but that time Justin Edwards gets a hand in Desmond Bane's way and comes up with the basketball. Again, Batadze looking to steal it off of a bad pass, and Batadze back to Jones, and Jones with a little alley-oop pass that is missed by Anthony Black. Penda gets the rebound, tips it up, and tips it in. That was a bad sequence of events for the Philadelphia 76ers, and even for the Magic. They just lucked out there. Grimes at the top of the key, takes a couple of jab steps, now rolls down the lane, kicks it out over to Andre Drummond over on the baseline. Don't know why he didn't just take the shot. Drummond with a really tough hook shot, and he can't get it to go. Why didn't Grimes just take that layup there? He ended up beating his man and just passed it for no reason. We have another layup on the other side by Anthony Black, and the Magic get the lead back. They have 4 points in this second quarter, and Philadelphia has yet to get on the board. Edwards will kick it out over to Eric Gordon. Gordon takes a couple of jab steps, and he goes to the cup, finishing with the right hand, and the Sixers now down by 2. Eric Gordon getting his first 2 points of the ball game and making a layup. Now he has to work around the screen. Desmond Bane goes up with an elbow J, and that is going to get battered around by Grimes and also by Anthony Black as well, and we have a loose ball foul called on Grimes for touching his shoulder, trying to box him on out. The Sixers lineup out there, it's Maxey, Gordon, Grimes, Edwards, and Drummond. That is a very thin lineup right there. Another little pick-and-roll action as Wendell Carter Jr. takes it to the cup off the assist by Desmond Bane. Again, Bane was getting a lot of attention. Carter went around the screen and just had nobody on him. It was crystal clear. And he ended up making the layup. Maxey wants to step back. Now drive it down the lane. Tries to hit it off the top corner. Can't do so. And it's rebounded again by the Magic. They've been crashing the board. Suggs on the drive to the basket. Gets past Andre Drummond. And Drummond fouls him from behind. We have an and one opportunity coming on up. And so that was Anthony Black that ended up making the layup. And he will head back over to the line. A 9-2 run so far in the second quarter. And, well, the Sixers' lack of depth is really showing. Sixers are getting destroyed on the glass. and have just not been able to box out. They're getting boxed in, if you will. And the and one shot is up, and it's in by Anthony Black. Anthony has 12 points. Really should have had 14, but over his last 10 games, averaging about 12 points per game. Sixers on the other side are able to get Tyrese Maxey involved on the layup, and Eric Gordon gets the apple. It's now 44-39. Black with the right hand bounces it inside over to Wendell Carter Jr., who gets past Andre Drummond and slams it on in. Maybe call a timeout here? I don't know. Sixers, again, it's an 11-4 run by the Orlando Magic, and they just cannot stop the bleeding. Edwards to Maxey. Maxey gets space. He puts up a logo three. He airballed it, and it'll be Magic ball as it will go on out of bounds. In the NHL tonight, we have one game that's going to start at 9 o'clock, and that is the Dallas Stars, the 13-5-4 Dallas Stars. They will be playing against the Edmonton Oilers, who are 10-9-5 on the season, of course, led by Connor McDavid, who has 10 goals and 33 total points this year. Here's a step-back mid-range J by Suggs, and he swishes it from the near corner. It's now 49-39, and still no timeout called. I mean, what is going on? Tyrese Maxey at the Xfinity Mobile Arena sign gives it over to Quentin Grimes. Grimes gets separation. Can't finish the layup, though. But we do have a foul called on Orlando. There was some contact from behind by Tyus Jones. And it will be a shooting foul. I mean, I hate to just keep banging this drum, but the whole point of a timeout is to sort of stop these runs and maybe let your team catch a little bit of a breath from losing in this game so far. First foul shot is up and in by Quentin Grimes, who has 3 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Also a couple of turnovers in this game as well. Leading the way for the Magic, well, they got Anthony Black with 15 total points in 10 minutes. He is 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. Him and Tyus Jones off the bench have been killing the 76ers when it comes to just shooting the ball. Batadze, Wagner, and Carter Jr., though, have been very active on the glass. They each have 4 rebounds. Foul shot number 2, good.
Excellent.
Here's the Magic playing hot potato, and a 3-point shot finally is no good. They just kept passing the ball around, and the Sixers almost let up another wide-open 3. McCain back out there for the Sixers. Ends up making a layup this time. It's now 49-43. Anthony Black catches a beautiful pass from Suggs in the air, makes the alley-oop dunk. He went falling pretty hard. And now Grimes tries to throw up an alley-oop pass to Barlow, and that one was nowhere near him. It was about a couple of feet high. Maybe about a foot high. 51-43. There's a difference in between a couple feet and 1 foot. Here's another catch and shoot 3 by Suggs, and he makes it. It's now 54-43, and now a timeout is called by Nick Nurse. A 19-8 run by the Orlando Magic, and Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black, that is, starting to feel himself off the assist by Jalen Suggs. They just don't have an answer for Anthony Black, and he's just been making shots left and right. Come on, man. Got to close out on him. You got to play better, man. Yes. Hello, everyone, says George. What's up, George? How are you? He says, let's go 76ers. Not a good second quarter. Again, they couldn't close out the first quarter, but in the second quarter, they've allowed 19 points. Anthony Black is getting all space. He's getting all day and night to shoot, and he's going downhill, and he's making alley-oop dunks left and right, and he's putting down sledgehammers too. I mean, he's getting everywhere that he wants to on the court, and this is a guy who we talked about it before. He's averaged about 12 points in his last 10 games. Well, in this game tonight, he already has more than his average. He has 20. He is killing the Sixers. Ugh. $42 more subs until we get to 8,200. Somebody posted and said, what did they say? They said, okay, so Anthony Black really needs that cup prize money. Whatever, dude. He's playing well. Sixers have got to play better. Now, I can't be mad at Anthony Black for playing well. I can be disappointed that the Sixers aren't playing well and that they're not adjusting and they're not putting bodies and closing out on shooters like Anthony Black. He's making his shots, though. That's the name of the game. It's what you got to do. He's feeling it tonight. It's just one of those nights for him. Maybe he'll come back down to earth, though. And it would be nice to see the Sixers try to do some more. Trendon Watford, 8 minutes, 8 points. I think that my main takeaway, though, right, from this second quarter is as soon as the Magic go on a run, the Sixers don't call a timeout. It's a 9-2 run. If you remember, okay, in the very first quarter, the Sixers went on a little mini run. After Jared McCain hit a 3, Sixers scored 5 straight points. Timeout called by Jamal Mosley. If you want a competent head coach, there needs to be somebody that manages the timeouts correctly. You call the timeouts right after the 9-2 run happens. Because, again, the whole point of the timeout is to, A, draw up a play, but also B, and I think that B is probably more important than A when it comes to these situations during a game, stop their momentum. They're starting to feel good. They're in your house. You don't want to make them feel good. If they're starting to feel themselves, especially early on, that's what you do. And you gather your team together and you slow the game down. Grimes gets the inbound pass and tries to dump it off over to Jared McCain. That was nearly intercepted. McCain for another 3. He forced the shot and he airballed it. That's the second airball today by Philadelphia, and it'll go on out of bounds. Don't even know what that play call was either. But anyhow, Suggs getting some space. Now gives it over to Anthony Black. Suggs back to Black on the near corner. Takes a jab step, puts up a 3, and he hits another one. Another 3-point shot by Anthony Black. He has made now 4 threes in this game and has single-handedly carried the Magic in this first half. Barlow working downhill, going up inside. Hard contact there. He hits the deck, and he is fouled. He's flat on his back. There was some contact with that right shoulder. Wendell Carter Jr. is squatting on down, too. Desmond Bane got called for the shooting foul, but Carter Jr. away from the play, grabbing onto that right hip. That right hip area. He'll try to walk it on off. Barlow's first free throw is up and in. Still grabbing onto it. He is walking. Looks like that he got hit in the stomach by Barlow, but the foul, of course, was called on Desmond Bane, who made contact with that right hand. Barlow's second foul shot is up, and it's also in as well.
Excellent.
The Magic try to go downhill, and the ball gets tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Sixers. And Wendell Carter Jr. is the one who tried to save it from going on out. Wagner back on in for the Orlando Magic, and now he has Maxey on him, but he gives it over to Desmond Bane, who steps back and launches a 3 in the face of Andre Drummond, and the 3-point shooting continues to be a huge factor for this Orlando Magic team as well as the rebounding as well. Here's McCain with a foul line jumper, and he gets the line drive to go. 60-49. 76ers down. 60-47. Anthony Black, 23 points tonight. That's a career high in any half. And Sixers grab a rebound off of Jalen Suggs' missed three. Here's a steal off the bad pass by Andre Drummond. It goes to Anthony Black. Desmond Bane misses the alley-oop layup. Wendell Carter Jr. grabs the offensive rebound and tips it back up and in. 62-47 is the score. The Magic are out in front, and they are pulling away. 29-12 is the scoring run in this second quarter. McCain just missed a three. Another time where the Magic make a full court pass off of a rebound by Jalen Suggs, and Desmond Bane, who goes down the lane, makes a two, and another timeout by Philadelphia. They just cannot stop the bleeding. Suggs has made a lot of full court passes today, it seems. He's had 3 in this quarter, and he's made some perfect passes. He looks like a quarterback out there with the way that he's just throwing the long ball to these guys. And that's because, again, the Sixers are not playing well in transition. So now the deficit is 17, and the third quarter has become the second quarter, and we have a timeout taken by the 76ers. We'll step aside. We'll be right back, and we'll regather ourselves. Don't go anywhere. Kyle Neubeck, who obviously covers the 76ers for PHLY, he posted this, which I think is interesting, on Twitter. Not sure, quote, if I've ever been more incredulous on press row than when the Sixers called a timeout on an Anthony Black 3 to put him at 20 for the half, only to come back on the next possession and play 5 feet off of him while he hit another 3. Hilarious. And he's right. It's a very good point. Keith Pompey also just posted that the Sixers were booed as Nick Nurse called a timeout after Bane's basket put the Magic up 64-47. And at this point, you just might want to put in Janai Broom. I mean, what do you have to lose at this point? It just doesn't make sense, right? Watford gets the inbound pass, gives it up over to Maxey, and Maxey, who tries to give it up over to Walker, is fouled. So Walker is now on in for Philadelphia. That is Jabari Walker playing another game for the 76ers. Justin Edwards also in for Philadelphia. Goga Batadze, Jet Howard, and Franz Wagner are now in for the Orlando Magic. We have a kickball violation called on Goga Batadze, or Franz Wagner, that is, and a personal foul, too. McCain dribbles with the ball, dumps it off over to Justin Edwards, and Edwards goes to the cup, puts it up, can't put it on in. Rebounded by Batadze. That's his 5th rebound of the game. Outlet pass over to Wagner again. Wagner off balance, puts up a 2, and gets it to go. 66-47. Again, the Sixers just not closing out in transition. Maxey at the logo. Gives it back over to Jared McCain. McCain steps back, goes up with a foul line J, and finally stops the bleeding. So the Sixers trail by 17 points with about 4.5 minutes left to be played in the second quarter. And they've put up just 14 in the second quarter, and they've allowed 33. They give up 35 points in the first quarter. Here's a rebound by Watford. Watford and the Sixers have numbers, but Watford goes down, and he lost the ball. It's a 2-on-1 possession. Here's a flush that's up and in. Uh-oh. He is in a lot of pain. Sixers call timeout. He's grabbing onto his stomach, and the Sixers obviously are full of a lot of injuries. He's having a hard time putting pressure on one of his legs, and he's going back into the tunnel already. Gosh. He had to be helped to the locker room by Kyle Lowry, and the Sixers obviously forced to call yet another timeout with 4:07 left to go. So Trendon Watford just got hurt. Had to be helped to the locker room. He tumbled down, pushing the ball in transition, and seemed to be clutching his midsection. Adam Aronson said that it looked like he pulled something in the groin hip area and went down immediately. These guys just get hurt. That's not good. Come on, man. He's going to be out for a while, I'd say, says Hardcore. Yeah, that did not look good. What's up, Steve? How are you? What's good, JJ? Oh, yikes. What did I walk in on? Yeah, looks like he pulled something there. That's not good. Don't want to assume anything. It was non-contact, though. He was able to get on up. So Dominic Barlow and Quentin Grimes are now on in for Philadelphia. Jabari Walker still out there too. Barlow dumps it off over to Grimes. Grimes back over to Edwards, and it was nearly stolen by Jalen Suggs. Edwards to Walker for a 3, and that one is good. Another pass by Jalen Suggs. He tries to go full court there, but it will go on out of bounds. He was trying to throw it on over to Desmond Bane. And Sixers are just very slow out in transition. Here's Maxey to Edwards again on the perimeter. Edwards now driving towards the elbow. Barlow lost the ball, got it knocked loose by Anthony Black, and it'll still be Sixers ball with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. So the Sixers are just getting beaten out in transition. They're getting out rebounded, and they're not closing out on guys like Anthony Black, who's been going off in this quarter. And yet they turn the ball over again. Dominic Barlow just stepped on out of bounds as he tried to pass it over towards the far side. It was supposed to go to Dominic Barlow, and the Sixers turned the ball over yet again. 68 points for the Magic and just 52 for the 76ers. 42 points off the bench for the Magic. That's an NBA high and a half this season. Wagner with a floater. Got it. It's 70-52. Grimes to Edwards at the top of the key. Edwards lost the ball. It was intercepted by Franz Wagner. Wagner going downhill, gets tripped up by Edwards. It's a shooting foul, and we will have more free throws coming on up. The Sixers are in a coma right now, and they have got to wake up. Groins are like hamstrings, can take extended time to heal. Yep, doesn't matter what the sport is. Scott's here. What's up, Scott? How are you, my friend? Good to see you. And again, happy Thanksgiving for those of you that do celebrate. We'll make sure that at the very end that we say that to everybody, but I know that not everybody's going to stay on till the end, so I want to make sure that I say it for those of you or that I just say it more times than not. 71 points for the Orlando Magic. Wagner makes his first foul shot and knocks down the second one. Maxey dribbling over towards the logo yet again. Gets pressed this time. Has to give it up over to Grimes, and Grimes' three. And that's a little bit of a hard touch. Goes in and out. Suggs grabs the rebound. By the way, Jalen Suggs, he has 8 assists in this game. Suggs zips it over towards the near side and gives it over to Jet Howard. And we have a shot that goes up by Howard, and it's in as well. The Sixers they've given up now, what is that, 6 straight field goals? They almost nearly got it knocked away again. Sixers going up with a 3. They can't hit anything. Jabari Walker tried to fire it from the far corner, and it was just hitting off the back iron. And the Magic again have it on offense. Suggs working around the screen. Zips it all the way towards the outside corner, and a wide open 3 by Howard is good. They've given up 42 points in this second quarter. It's now a 9-0 run by the Orlando Magic. Everything is going on in. Here's Grimes, who gets fouled. He got hit pretty hard, and he will land flat on his back and get on up and take about 2 steps backwards to go to the line. So the Magic are absolutely feeling themselves. And again, Sixers missing their depth and just not playing competitive basketball in this second quarter. They're getting out-hustled, out-physicaled, and outplayed. We have some free throws coming up for Quentin Grimes. His first one is a swisher. The over-under in this game for total points is 229.5. So right now it's at 131. Just wanted to throw that out there. I think that's interesting. Second foul shot by Grimes. He gets it to go.
Excellent.
Sixers have given up 77 points, 42 in this second quarter, including about half of those points to Anthony Black. Wagner dribbling with the right hand. He only has 8. And now he wants to try to post up Tyrese Maxey here. He goes up with a 2. And we have another whistle called against Tyrese Maxey. It'll be just his second shooting foul of the game. Maxey has only put up 1 field goal in this second quarter. That's it. 1 shot attempt in this second quarter. Foul shot number 1. Got it to go. Wagner, that is. I mean, you really like to try to see the Sixers try to let Maxey just shoot the ball a little bit more and just feel like that they're not letting him take the shots and nobody else is getting involved. Andre Drummond has just played 14 minutes and he has 10 rebounds. Tries to go up with a 2, gets it blocked by Jalen Suggs downhill, and he looks to swing it outside to Walker. But it was clearly a bad pass. Supposed to go to Wagner. It wasn't really supposed to go to him. It was supposed to go to Jabari Walker. And a 3-on-2 kills the Sixers yet again. It's now 80-54. And Maxey will try to drive it and scoop and score to the basket. It's now 80-56. Out in transition, the 76ers have given up 17 fast break points. They're getting outscored in the paint 46-28, and the three-point shooting has not been good either. And they're also getting out-assisted and out-rebounded, 20-11 on the assists and 25-17 with the rebounds. So they're just not playing competitive basketball at all. Here's a little layup inside by Tyrese Maxey, and that one will go. So finally, they're giving the ball to Maxey, and Maxey's driving it downhill, and he's making things happen for himself. 27 seconds left to go in the second quarter, and we have some words being exchanged by Andre Drummond and Wendell Carter Jr., some trash talking going on. Andre Drummond and now Jalen Suggs getting in the face of Jabari Walker, and the coaching staffs are going to go out there trying to refrain their players from going after each other. And, of course, the referees are going to take their time to sort all this stuff out. A lot of chirping going on. Andre Drummond tells the fans to pour it on. Jalen Suggs has to be backed by all the coaching staff over towards the sideline. They said that Maxey got called for a defensive goaltending too, by the way, to make it 82-50. It's an 82-58 game. So we'll clear up everything that had just happened as the referees go over to the table to sort everything out and figure out, well, what the ruling of this is going to be. Oh, man. So there's 26.6 seconds left to go. As Bane got the ball, Andre Drummond sort of pushed Carter Jr. from behind, and Carter Jr. didn't like that, sort of pushed him off, and then Jalen Suggs came on in and was like, what are you doing to my player, to my teammate, and he pushed him off after that. Looks like he actually grabbed his jersey first, Andre Drummond, grabbed him right on the butt cheek. I didn't really see a lot of pushing from him, but they call at least a personal foul on Andre Drummond. They're showing that on the ESPN play-by-play, but obviously more than that's going to be established here. Jabari Walker also got his hand on Jalen Suggs, too. And you could see some of the coaches just trying to hold back Jalen Suggs from letting it get worse. Doug is here. How are you? Looks like a big gap in the score. The scoring is trending in a bad way. I'd say it's pretty good. What's up, Doug? Doug says, hey, JJ, good evening, everybody. So at the scores table with the headsets on, you got Mark Davis and Beniam Maru. They just want to get everything correct. They have a three-sided screen here with Andre Drummond, Jalen Suggs, and Wendell Carter Jr. So Drummond and Carter Jr. got called for a double technical, and Jalen Suggs just got called for 2 technical fouls. And the Sixers will shoot 2 free throws. So that means that Jalen Suggs has been ejected. Don't quote me on that just yet. Suggs does get a technical foul. Was it 2 technicals? It looks like he's ready to take his jersey off. 26.6 seconds are left to go. So Jalen Suggs does get ejected. That's a big loss for them. Here's it from the fans, and actually just gave up his jersey and just threw it to a fan in the stands. So he's done. Jalen Suggs is done for tonight. He also had a double technical called on Desmond Bane and Jabari Walker, too. So that was about to get ugly. So, in totality, there was a double technical called on Andre Drummond and also on Wendell Carter Jr. Jalen Suggs just got 2 technicals and got ejected, and there was a double tech called on Desmond Bane and Jabari Walker. So that is all sorted out. So because Suggs was ejected, that means that we're going to have 2 free throws here from the 76ers. And it'll be Tyrese Maxey at the line to shoot 2. First shot by Maxey, it's good. Gosh. Stopping by to show support. You're the best, Charles. DN is here. What's up, dude? Congrats to the Wizards. The Wizards got their second win of the season. Here's Maxey's second free throw. That's up and in. By the way, drop your link down below, my friend. Please make sure that you do that. If you guys want to go subscribe to my man DN, covers the Nationals. He covers all DC sports. He does the Commanders as well. So it's 82-60. Now the refs are gathering together again. Anthony Black does enter on in for Jalen Suggs. His night is done. That's big because he was making some big time passes out in transition. We have some free throws coming up here on the other side for the Magic, and that's good by Wendell Carter Jr. He makes his first one. At least they showed a little fight, says Paul. Noah Penda will step on in for Jet Howard. So these are the free throws on the foul that was called by Drummond. That's why he's shooting free throws at the line. Just wanted to throw that out there, too. 83-60. And the second free throw is good to make it 84-60. So Carter goes 2 for 2 from the line. Tyrese Maxey and the Sixers will hold for one more possession. 18 seconds left on the game clock, 13 on the shot clock. Maxey crosses on over about 3 times. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Now Maxey goes over towards the lane, kicks it out, and it's stolen by Desmond Bane. The Magic have numbers. Alley-oop passes up, and it's good to now make it 86-60. And Grimes' half-court shot is way off the mark. And the Magic go into halftime up by 26. They are killing the Sixers in this game in all facets. It's not even funny. The Sixers look like a G League team out there with the way that they've played. And the Magic have just been so competitive, and they've been playing very, very well in all facets of this game. So, wow, 51 points in this second quarter given up by the Sixers. That has got to be a record for the last, it has to be at least a record for at least the decade. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. They gave up 51 points in that second quarter. Charles, you're the best. What's up, PAS? How are you? Drop your link down below. He says, what's up, JJ and Philly Freaks? Dude, shout out to you. Yeah, so make sure that you drop your link down below, too. Sixers give up 86 points in the first half. This is not 3 quarters. 86 points in the first half. And what I have to say is what has needed to be said before. Nick Nurse, at this point, Nick Nurse he has to give up the play calling, man. It just does. The team just does not, they just cannot compete out there. And look, okay, do you have $100 million on your bench? Yes. Did Watford get hurt? Yes. And that sucks. But even when Watford was playing, it just felt like that this team looked so lifeless in the second quarter. Sure, You might be undersized. Sure, you might not have enough guys out there, but to be down by 26 and allow 86 points, that is inexcusable. That is laughable. That cannot happen. I would understand it if they're down by 12. I would understand it if they're down by 10. But 26, come on. They only had two stops on defense in that second quarter. Just two. Just two. We did just get word that Trendon Watford, they're calling it a left adductor strain. He will not return tonight for the 76ers. So just wanted to throw that out there too. A left adductor strain for Trendon Watford, and he is out for the rest of the game tonight. Anthony Black is getting everywhere that he wants to on the court. And after that 9-2 run to start off the second quarter, they just decide it's okay to leave this guy open for another wide open three. And he knocks it down anyways. This guy has 27 points, and he's 4 for 5 from the field, from three. 10 for 14 from the field. He is averaging 11.8 points per game. You just cannot have that happen. The Sixers, according to Aiden Doc, the Sixers went from a good week of ball to sitting in second place, and now we're going to end up in a three-way tie for 8th place after today's game. Unless they come back from a 26-point deficit, which I don't know if anybody sees that happening. It could happen. It could. I can't rule it out. But you only have 3 timeouts left, too, by the way. The Magic still have 7. Wow. Andre Drummond has no points and 10 rebounds. And Tyrese Maxey only put up 3 shot attempts in that second quarter. You're not going to win that way. Unprepared. Doesn't make sense. Oh, man. Nice job. Our team is not going to win tonight. This is hardcore. Yeah. The Magic are 20 for 27 with their field goals. They've just missed 7. Just 7. We're getting killed. I don't know what else to say. Orlando is striking an anvil against us, is Mark. That's a really good way to put it. I mean, they are knocking us out, right? It's literally, I guess, I don't know if David versus Goliath is like a good one here, but like you are getting punched in the mouth. You're getting knocked out. You're getting beaten up. This is like murder right here. I'm going to say it again, and I think that it's fair to put it this way. I don't think I'm trying to be mean, but the Sixers really are looking like a G League team out there compared to the Magic. Got to call it like it is. A career high for Anthony Black. Oh, man. And you know what the worst part about it is? Tyrese Maxey is going to be playing in the fourth quarter for the full 12 minutes when they're down by 25. Right? He's going to be playing the full fourth quarter, and yet Nick Nurse is going to run him into the ground. Crazy. Mike says on Twitter, all the Sixers have to do is outscore the Magic by 26, and then we have a brand new ball game. That's the game that we're watching right now. That's the mood. Crazy. Wild stuff. This is where the locker room needs a leader. And for what I've seen this year, this team doesn't have one. They do have a leader. They don't have a head coach. Unfortunately, though, maybe a leader. Let me reassess that. They have a best player. They have a face of their franchise right now, and that's Tyrese Maxey. I'm not there to elevate him to leader of the team. I take that back. I think that they have vocal guys. The issue is, the number one issue is that guys are in and out of the lineup. Okay, that's clearly the number one problem. You're missing over $100 million tonight. Paul George is now dealing with an ankle issue. It's not a knee issue anymore. During the minutes restriction, he's playing, and he has an ankle issue. I mean, like, what the heck is going on? These guys are fragile. They're just getting hurt. And then these guys that are playing more and more minutes, I mean, at this point, call up the G League, right? Call up the Bluecoats and let these guys get minutes because everybody's getting banged up. It's a domino effect. And your coach is running these guys into the ground. He's doing a terrible job with his play calling. He's not managing the timeouts well. And this is just a disaster. It's a disaster. From top to bottom. I wish I could get more fired up. I wish that I could scream a little bit more. But, I can't do that right now. Maybe at the end of the game I will. Maybe. But it is infuriating. It's beyond annoying. And you can't win this way. Moreover, Doug, a leader who can defend. Moreover, a head coach who can put these guys in a position to succeed and steer the helm of the ship. And a GM who doesn't have to give Paul George and Joel Embiid all this money. Didn't even have to extend Joel Embiid when he did. And he did. And an owner who actually cared. And would show up to games. That's what has to be said here. Brutal. I like our young talent, don't get me wrong. But again, the GM, the president of basketball operations, are trying to sell you the same BS every single year. They have Joel Embiid and Paul George, two star players. But really, they both just cannot stay healthy. And what have we learned year in and year out in this association? We've learned that team chemistry matters. You got to have players that are going to play. And as much as I love Joel Embiid, and I will always be a big Joel Embiid fan, they never surrounded him with the right pieces. And now they've paid him way too much money at the point now where he is just constantly hurt and he's not going to be the same ever again. You didn't have to extend the guy, and now you're paying for the consequences. As soon as we got out of the Tobias Harris deal, we got back into an even worse situation. Sad. Pitiful. Max is here. What's up, Max? How are you, my friend? Max is not pitiful. Max is awesome. What's up, Max? Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Max, drop your link down below. My man, Max Coverage TV. He's been doing a really good job covering these NBA games, too. Obviously, does a lot of baseball content on this channel. Primarily covers the Yankees. And also does Packers coverage as well. But his NBA coverage, man, I got to tell you, it's really, really good. And with what he does with the Houston Rockets, it's a lot of fun to watch my guy succeed. It really is. So shout out to him. Drop your link down below. Love your haircut. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. JJ, I got a new Phillies shirt that's really cool. After the season, the prices are like half. Great time to buy vintage Phillies jerseys. Yeah, I was thinking possibly about getting one on Black Friday. I was thinking about it. So I'm happy that you said something right there, because I was sort of thinking the same thing. If Maxey wants to be elite, this is his chance to be a leader also. Darn you, JJ. Gave up on basketball now, and you drew me back in. You drew me back in, says Doug. And wow, has the game changed. It's a completely different game than what it was even just 5 years ago. It's not the same. It's different. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. Not all of it's bad. Some of it I don't like. Other ways I'm okay with it. But, yeah, whether you want to talk about rules, whether you want to talk about playing styles and skill, and all that type of stuff, it is a different product out there. But, yes, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Back in the day, guys would play with more broken bones and tears. Now these guys get a bruise and they're out for a month. Literally. Yes. Correct. And they're getting paid more money. I mean, the contracts that these guys are getting, it's just absolutely insane. Now, money does have a different value compared to like what it was even back just 20 years ago, right? But still, the contracts are absolutely absurd. And for the fan, not to like go off on a tangent here, but imagine if you're going to a game, you paid your top money for months and months in advance just to go out there and see Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid and Paul George. We don't even have to talk about this year. We could just talk about previous years. And then on opening night, right, they just don't play. Or like Joel Embiid is a late scratch and they don't announce it until 2 minutes before game time. It sucks. You feel for the hardworking customer that paid their hard-earned money just to go to those games, just to watch those players on the court. And you're not getting that. You're getting robbed. It's a scam. I really think the Sixers can come back, says Andre. I hope you're right, dude. I really do. I'm not saying that it's impossible. If they're going to come back, though, they're going to have to shoot the ball well from three. They're going to have to play very good defense. And they're going to have to do a better job out in transition. Cool J's here. What's going on, Cool J? All right, let's go. We're going to start off the third quarter. Come on, guys. Let's go. Philadelphia 76ers, come on. I have a pretty cool Iron Maiden Phillies jersey I got for my birthday. Dude, that's so sick. Cool J is also here. What's up? Max says Anthony Black is going nuts. Sorry for the first half, bro. It's all good, man. It's all fun and games. As a fan, it's upsetting, but, being able to call these games, that's what the privilege is. Bane on the drive to the basket, scoops and scores. And the Sixers are now down by 28 points. Desmond Bane picking up right where he left off in that first half. Give him 10 points, 18 minutes, and 3 assists and 2 steals, and a couple of blocks as well. So again, no Jalen Suggs for the Orlando Magic. He got ejected at the end of the first half. Maxey to Edwards. That's Justin Edwards going over to the line for a little shot. He puts it up. He puts it on in. And the Sixers are now down by 26. So the Wizards, that game is done. 132-113 was the final score out in Washington. Clippers play the Lakers tonight at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. The Magic miss a three. Maxey on the other side, he misses a three. Wendell Carter Jr. grabs the rebound, and we have a personal foul called on Justin Edwards. It looked like away from the play, he sort of tried to elbow Franz Wagner. Got him right in the stomach. Velka's here. What's up, Velka? They say that's why Kobe played. Injured people spend their hard-earned money to watch him, so he played. They say, well, that's why Michael Jordan did it, right? Michael Jordan literally said that I do this for the fans. I do it for the people that are sitting up in the top corner, right, in the final row. He said the same exact thing. Jerry McCain just checked on in for Justin Edwards 96 seconds into the second half. 88-62. We have a shooting foul called on Andre Drummond as Wagner will go back to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to get him more involved on pick and rolls and getting the ball downhill in the dunker spots. Tinder just sent me a notification. Tinder without JJ. They don't say JJ, they say Jason. Is like pizza without cheese. It's good, but something's definitely missing. Dude, their marketing team is absolutely insane. 89-62. They're funny, man. McCain dumps it off to Drummond for a corner three, and Andre Drummond hits his daily corner three of the day. At this point, it is pretty much daily, or gamely three, if you will. It's in almost every single game. 89-65. Sixers trail by 24 points. Bane with a layup inside. Got it. Another bucket in the paint, and the Sixers defense just continues to be cellophane. McCain to Barlow downhill. Barlow's layup off the window is good. So now it's 91-67. Wagner at the top of the key. And goes downhill with a layup inside and gets it to go. Adam Aronson just tweeted out that Justin Edwards just went to the locker room. So we'll have yet to see what that's about. Drummond back to Barlow for a catch and shoot three, and that was not even close. Tried to launch it from the near wing, and he just bricked it the second that he shot it. Again, Sixers trying to play a zone here on defense. Wagner's tray is up, and that's no good. Offensive rebound by the Magic, but it's stolen by Barlow. It looked like that McCain got a hand on it, and he took a trip to the deck, but Barlow got the steal. Grimes on the other side trying to lay it up and in, and just couldn't get it to go. That's his second wide-open layup that he missed today out in transition. What is going on? Bane with a foul line jumper, can't get that one to fall. And Andre Drummond finally jumps up and down with the rebound. Again, Grimes trying to give it off to Maxey, who gets blitzed and gets tripped up by Bane, who reaches on in. And we do have a foul called. Again, don't know what ended up happening to Justin Edwards, but we'll keep you in the loop with that once we return. Wow, the Magic might get 150 points without overtime. With overtime. Yeah, I don't know if this game is going to OT. Here's another wide open three by Grimes, and he can't hit that one. Quentin Grimes 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, 1 for 7 from the field, and 2 wide open missed layups he has in this game. Maxey gets called for a personal foul, and that'll be the 76ers' third foul that they've committed in this quarter. Mike did 150 points. Yeah, thanks, Hardcore. I didn't see that. I didn't see that he was going back to the locker room, but I got the notification on my phone. Bane dumps it off over to Wagner again, goes downhill with a layup, and Barlow can't even guard it. It's unguardable. 95-67. Sixers and Magic just exchanging buckets here, as a three by Drummond is too strong. The ball gets volleyballed into the hands of Anthony Black. Black loses the ball as it goes downhill, and I believe that it'll still be Magic ball. Last touch by Jared McCain. Excuse. If it goes to overtime, the Magic will have 200 points. Yeah, I don't think it's going to OT. Stir, what's going on, man? Guys, if you are new to the channel, I want to make sure that you guys hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. We are going to have a lot to talk about during this post-game show. I can already tell you that. Foul shot number 1 by Desmond Bane is good. Dominic Barlow got called for an away from the play foul, and so that's why they shot a free throw, so the Magic also get the ball back too. Black going downhill, initiates the contact, and he'll go to the line for one more. He makes the field goal, and it's going to be an and one opportunity. I would really like to see the stats on how many possessions the Magic have had and how many field goals they've been able to convert on each possession, because I think that their conversion rate has got to be like 80% with the amount of times that they've had the ball. McCain going downhill, tries to go up with a shot, and it was blocked. Grabs his own miss, though, almost threw it away. Grimes gets it on the corner, steps back, puts up a three. That was not a good shot. Great defense by the Magic. Rebound by Wagner again. Wagner's layup inside is up and in, and that now makes it 100-67. It didn't even take the Magic a half quarter to get to 100 points. They're already there. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. 100-67. This is not your imagination. You are not in a dream. Even though the Sixers might be in a dream. They only have 2 timeouts left. They might actually just use all their timeouts by the end of the third quarter. Crazy. That's wild. 100-67, and this game is on national television. Insane, man. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. We are now 42 subscribers away from getting to 8,200. Sixers defense has more holes in it than Sonny than Sonny Corleone tonight. The jokes are funny, man. Grimes turns it over. I mean, he threw the ball to Tyrese Maxey, and the ball just slipped off of his hands like butterfingers, and the ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be magic ball. De Silva over on the near wing goes up with a 3, wide open, and what do you know? He makes it. 103-67. Philadelphia has just put up 32 points in these last 2 quarters. They had 35 in the first. McCann at the top of the key steps back, launches a 3, and that one's too strong. And so the Magic get yet another rebound. Out in transition, here's Wagner. Wagner again to Black. Black steps back, hands it off to Desmond Bane. Here's a pick and roll. Wagner left wide open. His 3 is good as well. Another wide open tray by the Orlando Magic. Everything is falling. It's raining cats and dogs for the Magic with their 3-point shooting. Drummond on the corner. Takes it over to the baseline. Kicks it out to Jared McCain. Almost a backcourt violation. And McCain steps on in towards the foul line. Goes up with a 2. And it's rebounded by the Magic yet again. They've had all the responses. They are taking over this game. They are annihilating the Sixers. And again, Wagner hits a layup. And now makes it a 41-point deficit for Philadelphia. The Magic lead it by 41 points in this game. Insane. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Grimes on the drive to the basket, and the ball gets knocked out of his hands. It was blocked by Wagner, and it'll still be 76ers basketball. Wow. We have a lot to talk about during this postgame show, man. A lot to talk about during this postgame show. At this point, I'm going to just say this right now. It's Janai Broom time. Get Tyrese Maxey out of this game. Eric Gordon will come on in for Jared McCain. Here's Janai Broom for Andre Drummond. Finally. I've just been wanting to see what this guy has. And we're finally going to get our wish. Goga Batadze will enter on in for Wendell Carter Jr. 5:07 left to go, and that's just in the third quarter. The foul shot is up, and it's in to make it 108-69.
Excellent.
De Silva, another wide open 3. Got it. Can we play defense? Can we close out on these guys? Nope. 111-69. Another 3 by Grimes. Is that going to go in? Absolutely not. And a rebound by the Orlando Magic. We do have a loose ball foul called on Batadze. Is Trent getting back in? Says motion baby. He got hurt. So, and there's no reason why, even if he is available, he should come back in. Dude, Nick Nurse looks like he's about to cry. It does. It looks like he's about to cry on the sidelines. 111-69. Maxey and Grimes are still out there. I mean, like, what's the point, man? Maxey with a logo 3. That's way off. Adam Harrison says the Sixers have enough bodies to sit Maxey and Maxey for the remainder of this game. Lowry, Gordon, Salas, McCain, Grimes, all just at guard. Crazy. 4:20 left to go in the third quarter. The next game that the Sixers will be playing will be against the Atlanta Hawks. That game will be on Friday. Maxey with a layup left-hand finish. It's good. And that'll cut the deficit to 40. You can literally hear the boos. Oh, I'm sure you can. Fans are filing out of... I saw a couple file out. Maybe not a lot. Janai Broom trying to play defense and actually does a very good job against Batadze there. Here's Eric Gordon catching and putting up a wide open three, and that's good. And the Magic call just their second timeout of the game. 111-74. Jamal Mosley wants to rally his troops together. And so Sixers down by 37 points with 3:41 to go in the third. JJ, you must get sick of saying every Sixers game, another wide open three for the other team. Like I said, they play zero defense. I mean, at this point, I could care less about that. I care about, like, why is Tyrese Maxey playing right now? Just get him out. There's no reason to play him. You're down by 37. Pull the plug. Doesn't make sense. But yes, not to excuse everything else that you said. Wide open three. Wide open three. Wide open three. Yeah. That's the game. I don't even have to read the stats. I'm not going to read the stats right now. By the way, Jalen Suggs got ejected too. There's no Paolo Banchero. Imagine if they had Paolo Banchero. They might get blown out by 70. I'm sorry. This is the difference between doing stuff here on YouTube and doing it for another company, right? I get to keep it real. I get to keep it straightforward. And I don't BS. Oh, man. Just take him out. If you're betting, like, man. 0 for 4 from 3. Andre Drummond's a minus 33. Quentin Grimes minus 34. Janai Broom's a plus 2. He's your only guy that's been a plus in this game. NBA scams us. After a game like this, a manager should be let go immediately. It's early in the season. Plenty of time to replace him, says Doug. Nick Nurse deserves to go. There's no coming back from this, right? Bro, he was probably crying because he's probably like, this might be my last. It's not even going to be his last game. They're not going to do that. No. Should be put in quotes. Actually, really shouldn't be in quotes. This is a game where you just can't. If you lose by 50, man, you shouldn't come back. 3:25 left to go in this third quarter, especially with the way that they've been playing all season. Here's Janai Broom, who gets a steal. Walker back over to Broom. Almost lost the ball. Broom goes up with a 2. Got it to go. So now when he comes on in, he's making an impact. Wow. I don't think I've said that before. 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Here's a little floater inside by Batadze. And that's up and that's in. It's now 113-76. Sixers have not yet made a 3 in this third quarter. 2:45 left to go. Maxey still out there, which is beyond me. Gives it over to Janai Broom. Broom with a dump out over to Walker. Walker to Maxey. His first three finally goes on in. And it's now 113-79. Sixers down by 34 points. 2:23 left to go in this third quarter. Batadze outside, wide open three by Jones. And the basketball gods finally say no. Walker rebound. Back to Maxey. Maxey steps back. Goes over to the foul line. And zips it all the way to Broom. His three-point shot is up, and that's way off. Walker gets the offensive rebound. Goes up through traffic and hits the two. And the Sixers end up making a bucket. JJ, could this go over 180 points for Orlando? With Banchero, yes. 115-81. I think it's gonna go to probably 150. Edwards lost the ball. It's stolen by the Magic, and they almost turned it over yet again. There was a foul called, though. Justin Edwards is back in this game. Remember, he went on into the tunnel. He did. He went on into the tunnel just a little bit ago. Couldn't really tell what was wrong with him. And now Jared McCain will enter on in for Tyrese Maxey, and hopefully that's the last time that we'll see Maxey today, barring a major comeback. Do you think that we'll be 80% healthy by the end of December? Define even 80% healthy, because if we're talking about these guys playing, that doesn't mean that they're healthy either, in my opinion. Here's Edwards with a little step back mid-range J, and he gets it to go. 1:10 left to be played in the third frame. Desmond Bane, Goga Batadze, Tyus Jones, Jet Howard, and also Wendell Carter Jr. are now in for the Magic. 117-83. Sixers did not make a bucket. It was Anthony Black, who is back on in. Dumps it off over to Desmond Bane. 35 seconds left to go. Bane on the drive to the basket. Easy layup again against Janai Broom. 119 points in 3 quarters allowed by the 76ers. McCain gets it at the top of the key. And again, 10 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. I'm just happy that y'all are staying on here, man, because at this point, you know, you just gotta laugh. Broom tried to go up with a tough floater with the shot clock at 2, and he didn't even hit the rim. Jones over on the wing, drives it over towards the line, goes up with a layup. It's gonna count. And it's now a 121-83 lead, a buzzer-beating layup. Wide open space. And we're going to go into the fourth quarter. Sixers are down by 35 points, right? I can't even do the math anymore. They're down by, what are they down by, 38 points? I stopped doing the math. Oh, yeah, Kevin is here. Wow, the fact that Kevin's here means that it has to be really, really bad. Just kidding, Kevin. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. It's been a rough one tonight, dude. Man. I agree. Even when they win, they simply outscore the other team. They'd still give up over 120 points in a win, says Jay Decker. Yeah. Because what have you been preaching, Jay? Josh. I believe that your name is Josh, right? I should know this. Oh, my gosh. It is Josh. You said it all along. They don't play defense. They don't. And honestly, they don't really play offense either. You know what's funny? Listen to this. Guess who has not even entered on into this game? Anyone? His name is Kyle Lowry. His name is Kyle Lowry. In this type of situation, Kyle Lowry needs to play like 6 minutes of this fourth quarter here, at the very least. He has not played once. Hunter Salas has not even played either. And again, a 22-year-old guy. See what he has. Just play the young guys. It's over. You're done. You're cooked. Just play the young guys. Andre says, GG, this is awful. You still think that the comeback's happening? Oh, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding with you, man. What's the Sixers' record so far? It's going to be 9-8, but it feels like it should be 0-12 after this game. 0-17, really. But it's going to be 9-8. I can't tell what it says. Too small for my eyes. Oh, it's 121-83. The Magic just passed my final score prediction. Wow, so you undersold them. We're not going to let you suffer alone, JJ. You guys are the best, man. I cannot wait to unleash during this postgame show. It's going to be an epic one, at the very least. You'll be in for a treat for that. It's going to be such a treat listening to all these YouTubers with their post-game shows after tonight's game, including this one. Edwards is going to inbound it over to Janai Broom, and Broom gets fouled immediately off the inbound pass as Batadze made contact with his shoulders. It's a personal foul. A lot of J's out there for the 76ers. You got Justin Edwards, Jabari Walker, Janai Broom, and Jared McCain. The only guy without a J for the Sixers is Eric Gordon. Won't let you suffer alone. 30th. Hello, JJ. Can the Orlando Magic ever be stopped? Nope. You can't even get one stop on offense or when they're on offense, man. That's a tough task. It's a very tough task. Can't get one stop. JJ, it's all right. You can cry if you want. Nah, I can't cry. I'm not even at that point. As weird as that sounds. It's embarrassing, though. Walker goes over towards the paint, lost the ball, gets tripped up. Actually, they're going to call a personal foul on Penda. It'll still be Sixers ball. No, he lost it. It's a turnover. Called a personal foul before on Penda. So Walker just lost the ball, and that is another turnover. Batadze gets it over at the half-court logo, and he gets called for a travel. He took way too many steps. Philadelphia does have 15 turnovers in this game, and the Magic have only turned the ball over 9 times. Correcto, Cluffy. I was about to say I believe so, even though I don't follow basketball, NBA at least. Scott, shout out to you, man. Thanks so much for coming on here, my guy. I love you, dude. I hope that all is well, and I do hope that you have a great Thanksgiving, man. You deserve it, dude. You're the best. At the three-point line is De Silva. Batadze batted De Silva, who goes down the lane, and the ball gets knocked loose, and it is going to be Sixers ball. Did Anthony Black even play at all in the second half? He must have played some minutes. McCain hands it off over to Janai Broom. Broom gets it downhill, goes up with a floater inside, no good. And another rebound by Desmond Bane. That's his, fourth rebound of the game. It is. Swinging around, hot potato for the Orlando Magic. Patadze tries to catch the rebound, and Eric Gordon gets it anyways. Here's Walker again. Sixers have numbers as whatchamacallit is down over on the other side. Broom lost it. It goes on out of bounds, and the Magic will have possession of the ball. Jace Richardson, that's the son of Jason, one of the sons of Jason Richardson, will come on in for Tyus Jones. So we're going to see Jace Richardson out there. And so the Magic are going to get their third-string guys out there too. Why is VJ Edgecombe out? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. That's sort of the last thing that I thought about, whether that's right or wrong. Here's another wide-open three, and that's up, and that's in by the Magic. They're calling it a knee injury. VJ was ruled out with a knee injury 2 days ago, but then they called it, according to Fantasy Pros, they called it a calf injury today. Now they're saying it's calf. He was questionable with actually they said 2 days ago on Sixers Wire that he was questionable due to a left calf issue. But then they were calling it a knee problem. He left the game with left calf tightness. Oh my gosh. Is it a calf or a knee issue? Come on. We have a timeout taken, by the way. 124-85. Philadelphia's deficit is at 39. The Magic still have 3 timeouts, and the Sixers have 2. I thought you were going to say that the Sixers defense hasn't played, but I guess players count also. Is this worse than the Eagles' loss? It's different, right? Okay, like the Eagles play once a week, right? And with where the Eagles are right now, they're at a different point compared to the 76ers. The Eagles, I don't know about you, but I'm at the point like where the bar is high for them. So the whole thing for them is get back to the Super Bowl and win and repeat. With the Sixers, it's more so figure out what we have with the young guys out there and try to compete. This team, what's frustrating about it is that they feel like that they can compete for a championship and they're stuck and they're just not playing good ball at all. And these guys are hurt. So what's more frustrating? I would still say that the Eagles' loss is more frustrating because, again, the Eagles, you're going up against your arch nemesis, your biggest rival, and yet your team is favorited, and you choked that game. This is just absurd because, yeah, you're not competing, and that's inexcusable too. But we're talking about, a basketball season versus a football season, so that's different. 1 week in football doesn't compare to one game in basketball. But, yeah, those are my thoughts. I appreciate the interactions, though, in the chat, man. I really do. You guys have been very active today. It's awesome. It's so great to see you guys. No, I see the score. I'm still hurt from Sunday, says Steve. Yeah. Somebody said that it's actually sort of a blessing that we have a short week this week, and to be honest with you, I feel the opposite. I'm not ready for this game on Friday. Now, the players should be. The players have to lock in, right? I'm not a player. And the coaching staff obviously has to lock in too. But as a fan, I'm like, I kind of want to wait out till Sunday. That's not the case. Dominic Barlow just made a dunk off of an assist by Jared McCain, and the Sixers do trail 124-87. What do you think the Eagles will do on Friday? I think that the Eagles will play solid defense. I think that they will win the game, but it's not going to be pleasing. It's going to be another ugly win. If they lose on Friday, goodbye to home field advantage. That's the simple answer I have right there. I don't think that they can get the number 1 seed back after the loss that they had on Sunday. I don't think that they can do it. Here's another wide open 3 by the Magic. If you think I'm just going to say 3, nope. Got to attach wide open to those words too. That was Noah Penda knocking it down from 27 feet. McCain getting the ball downhill, and he will make the little floater. Yeah, whatever. Magic suck. Dude, INT, you were watching the score. Look at the score. What's funny is that usually I say to people that you got to watch the game. Tonight you didn't even have to watch, and you could literally, like, the box score says everything. Tonight is literally an anomaly. You didn't even have to watch the game tonight, and clearly that would indicate everything. Need to go clock in soon. Take care, JJ. Have a great Thanksgiving. You too, man. You too, man. And everybody else that's on here, too. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. We will have a post-game show after this if you guys want to come on and rant. I mean, the floor is all yours. It really is. 7:29 left to go before the Sixers lose their 8th game of the season. Another 3-point shot. Was it wide open? Absolutely it was, but Goga Batadze misses it. However, he makes up for it on the other side as he blocks Jared McCain's layup, and now the Magic have numbers, and what do you know? Wide open dunk made by Jace Richardson. Jamal Cain gets the assist, and the lead increases to 44 for the Orlando Magic. Could they get to 150 at this point? I think that they can. I think that they can. Oh my gosh, 2 minutes and the Magic score. Jesus is coming soon. JJ's surprised to see me. Dude, I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to see everybody on here. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to see O'Gluffy. But yes, I'm very happy to see you. It's good, man. It's nice to be able to interact with you guys, especially during an absolute bleep show. Eric Gordon just threw the ball away, but it was actually bounced off the foot of Jamal Cain, so it'll still technically be Sixers ball. Scott says this is not a good game. That's just putting it nicely. This is a disgusting game. Any bad... Hey, Siri. What's another word for putrid?
Synonyms for putrid. Include decomposing.
Decomposing. Decayed. Rotting. Rotten. Putrefied. Moldy. No. I don't like any of those words. You're getting absolutely mollywopped. 133-89, 6:21 left to go in the fourth quarter. Broom Baumholtz was trying to dump it off to Hunter Salas. Salas was cut into the basket, and Janai Broom just threw it out of bounds. And the look on Nick Nurse's face just says it all. So Hunter Salas, as he was cutting towards the basket, Janai Broom just handed it off to an invisible person, and it goes out of bounds. And we have a shot on the other side by Penza. That gets blocked by Janai Broom. Swiveling on the outside is Jamal Kane. Penda drives to the basket. Robinson ends up giving up the rebound there. Janai Broom going over to the rack. Orlando Robinson blocks his shot, and he takes it over on the other side, rebounded by Noah Penda. Jet Howard wanting to take it over to the cup at the top of the key. Gets past his defender Walker and also gets by Broom. Way too easy. 135-89. They need 15 more points to get to 150. Chiefs Cowboys are on Turkey Day. I think the Eagles were looking past the Dallas game. You might be right. Maybe they took their foot. I mean, they clearly took their foot off the gas. They shot themselves in the foot. But I don't know. To me, like, if they were looking past that game, I just felt like that. I felt like that they were trying, and they just made some awful decisions. To me, it didn't look like that they weren't trying. It looked like that they were trying, and that they were just blowing it. You know, Barlow just made a 3-point shot, and Hunter Salas got the assist there to cut it to a 41-point deficit. Here's another 3-pointer. That was not wide open. That was actually contested. And the Sixers get a rebound from Hunter Salas. They might actually get to 150. Can we at least win a quarter? That's way too much to ask for. You're asking for way too much. Barlow tries to grab the rebound. Jace Richardson was fighting for it on the ground, and the Magic will actually get the rebound. It was last touched by Barlow, and they will call for a timeout. 3:59 left to go in this fourth quarter. Can we please win one quarter for a small victory tonight? At this point, can we just get like 2 stops in a row on defense? Like, that's the bar right now. That is the bar. Because they have not gotten 2 stops in a row since the end of the first quarter. They should change Orlando name to Orlando Bullies, because they are manhandling the Sixers from one end of the court to the other end of the court. And that's without Banchero, their best player. And that's also without Jalen Suggs for a half. JJ misses baseball when his team is good, says DN. Honestly, man, you know, I'm very blessed. I really am. The Sixers, we complain about the Sixers right now. Their record might actually get worse, but yet this team is still over 500. And the football team, in perspective, I know it doesn't feel like that they're 8-3, but they technically are 8-3. So, after that win, though, for you guys tonight, the Wizards, that is got to be like, wow, they actually got to win. So, again, it could be worse. I'm just happy that y'all are still here chilling with me and that we can actually laugh at this, because at this point, it is what it is. 51 points in the quarter, is that a record? Against the Sixers this year, yeah. Yeah. Is that a record ever in the NBA? No. No. according to Gemini, Klay Thompson had 37 points in a quarter. I remember that game, but that's just an individual, right? The single record is 58. The Memphis Grizzlies had one where they had 55 points. Actually, sorry. 55 points by the Golden State Warriors against the Memphis Grizzlies. Oh, no, it was both. The Heat actually had 53 points versus the Hornets in the first quarter of this year on November 7th. And then the Thunder had, 49 against their opponent on November 17th of this year. There have been a lot of 40, 50-point quarters. There's only been one 50-point quarter, and that was the Heat. But yeah, 3:50 left to go in this atrocious game by the Philadelphia 76ers. And they actually they actually played good defense there and were able to force the Magic to turn it over as the shot clock was expiring. Wow. Dominic Barlow actually got a block. And Sixers get the ball. Is that their second stop in a row on defense? I think it is. So they passed that goal. Broom at the top of the key, dumps it off over to Eric Gordon. And again, Kyle Lowry has not played 1 minute in this game. Not one. 3:28 left in the fourth quarter. Broom playing defense off of Jace Richardson. Not 1 minute for Kyle Lowry. Here's another 3-point shot. Sixers have actually gotten 3 stops in a row on defense. Sorry, I should have mocked the bell there. That was actually kind of disgraceful on my end. 2:55 left to go in the fourth quarter. 3 defensive stops in a row. James says, wow. JJ, what do you think the Phillies are going to do with Bryce Harper? I honestly don't know. I saw the reports about potentially a trade for Ketel Marte, and some people are very upset with them throwing Bryson Stott out there. We're talking about Ketel Marte. We're trying to win a championship. Ketel Marte is miles better than Bryson Stott. I don't know what people are upset about. I mean, I get that the fans are upset because they look at Bryson Stott as a fan favorite, but I'm trying to win something here. 137-94. Gordon on a catch-and-shoot 3, and that one will go on in for the Sixers. At least we're seeing why they're playing Janai Broom and why not to play Janai Broom. Janai has not been good in this game, but he's giving up a lot of wide-open layups. He's not able to close out. So, yeah, I see it too. There's a shooting foul on the other side by Jabari Walker. There's about 1:52 left to go in the fourth quarter here. Sixers are not winning this quarter. They're down by 3 technically. The Magic have put up 17 points. I just want to say the Nationals lost 16-3, and JJ knows I am always hyped for a comeback. Yes. Yes. Hey, we had you guys down at one point this year, and we had a big lead, and you guys almost came back and beat us. You and the Marlins. So, I've seen the Phillies take their foot off the gas pedal too. Do we have our pick this year in the NBA? I don't know. I don't know what pick. I don't think that the Sixers have a pick this year. I could be wrong, though. I'm not even thinking about the lottery at this point, though. 1:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. There's a shot that goes up, and we have a foul called on the other side. It looked like Jace Richardson just went flying in the air. He tumbled right on the deck. 1:18 left to go in the fourth quarter. Well, the Magic will at least get to 140. I don't know about 150, though. I don't know about 150. They're going to get to 141. They would have to hit 9 threes in a row, which they're not going to do. Almost. Foul shot number 2, good. And that makes it 141 to 99. You know, a night like tonight, I got to give credit to the fans because they have stayed in this game. I mean, I do see some empty seats, but there's still a very good majority still there. Eric Gordon gets the offensive rebound. That's not going to help the Magic get to 150. And Walker ends up making the layup. So the Sixers actually do get 100 points tonight. 141 to 101. 52 seconds left to go in this absolute mess of a game. JJ, you going anywhere for Thanksgiving Eve? Yeah, I'm going to my cousin's. I'm actually really excited about that. That'll be really, really cool. And we're actually having a late Thanksgiving dinner. I think it's a little bit late, but I'm excited though about it. I'm excited about it. It's like a 6 o'clock Thanksgiving dinner, but I'm looking forward to it. How about you? What are you doing for Thanksgiving? I swear we can't beat as crappy White Sox pitcher, but we can hang every time with the Durantula. You're right. Villanova basketball is now 5-1. Good for them, dude. Barlow back over to Walker, 142 to 101. Walker's layup is no good. Janai Broom gets the rebound, and he puts it back up and puts it on in. All right, 27 seconds left to go. Kane, Penda, Robinson, Howard, and Richardson. That's the closing lineup out there for the Magic. They grab an offensive rebound. Robinson missed the 3. Orlando Robinson on the Orlando Magic missed the 3. And the ball goes on out of bounds. And it'll still be Magic ball. If you can trade a player, I think that we can trade fans. I'm requesting a trade 76ers or wasting me talent as a fan. Man, you signed a no-trade clause, my friend. You want to waive it? You want to rip up the contract? That's funny. Oh, man, that's going to put you in a coma eating that late. As far as tomorrow, most likely nothing. Are you hosting or spending time with family? Let me know. 143 to 103. 8.5 seconds left. And the foul shot is good. Sixers will inbound the ball, and that's going to do it. So the Magic are now 3-0 in the NBA Cup. The Sixers are now 0-3. And as time expires, the Sixers get absolutely beaten down. They get slaughtered. They get kicked in the mouth by the Orlando Magic. 144 to 103 is the final score. They gave up 144 points to the Orlando Magic. What a joke. Okay. I'll offer a trade. I'll give 5 subs for him to trade him to root for the Wizards. Thanks, man. Look, okay. I need a second. Okay. I promise you, we are taking phone calls. If you want to call on in, you can. I am about to unleash. Okay? Fair warning. I am about to unleash. But I'm going to do so in about 3 minutes. there's a lot to talk about coming on up. There's a lot to think about with where this team is heading. And to be honest with you, Nick Nurse, I have a lot to say about him. And you're not going to want to miss that. You're not going to want to miss that. So, give me 3 minutes. I'm going to start the clock right now. We'll be taking phone calls during this post-game show. And we're just going to unleash everything. All right. I will see you very soon. Do not change that channel. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph. and this is play-by-play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel out to right field. Bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
144 points. That's how many points that your basketball team allowed tonight to the Orlando Magic without Paolo Banchero and without Jalen without Jalen Suggs during that second half. So you missed Jalen Suggs for a half. You missed your superstar best player, and yet you give up 144 points to this Magic team. I'm not happy if they lose by 12. I understand that there's $100 million that's not playing out there tonight. With no Paul George, with no Joel Embiid. And am I ticked off about that? Absolutely. But you lose by 41. You get outplayed in every single statistic today. Every single one, you got outclassed. This Sixers team today looked like an NBA G League team compared to the Orlando Magic. And if you're Daryl Morey, if you're Josh Harris, after watching this game, I don't even know if Josh Harris watches the 76ers, to be honest with you. I'd be surprised. Because I don't see him in any of these games. I don't see him talk to anybody in the media. I don't even know where he is half the time. If you're any of those guys, if you're Elton Brand, if you're Daryl Morey, if you're Josh Harris, you got to be sitting up watching this game saying to yourselves, damn, what an embarrassment. The head coach has to go. I'll say it right now. Nick Nurse just cannot coach these guys. Again, yes, are you missing your superstar players? Yes, but you lose by 41. 41 points. That's inexcusable. Your head coach is on the sideline literally putting his head on his hands because, I mean, he looked like he was about to cry. He looked like he was so upset out there that he looked like he was about to cry with no clipboard in his hands. As soon as the Magic go on a 9-2 run in that second quarter, I said that they had to call a timeout there. I saw Jamal Mosley in that first quarter after Jared McCain makes a three, and the Sixers put up 5 straight points. He calls a timeout immediately. This head coach just clearly doesn't have any sort of, understanding of how to put the team in a position to succeed. He doesn't know how to manage the timeouts. He can't call plays on offense or defense. Every single time I'm watching them, even out there today, yes, are they undermanned? Yes. Are the injuries a problem? Sure. But I remember 3 years ago, we were still praising this head coach because the Sixers were missing Maxey, they were missing Joel Embiid, they were missing Tobias Harris. They missed 4 of their 5 players. And yet they were down by 31. And what did I hear coming after halftime against those Pelicans? That he screamed at every single player, and they almost came back and they almost won that game. Every time that they put up a dud in the second or even in the third quarter, a lot of the times it's in the third quarter, they just don't have any fight. And that, to me, is on the head coach. Your head coach is he is the captain of the ship. He's supposed to be the one that rallies the troops and puts guys in a position to succeed. The turnovers that they had tonight, careless mistakes, nobody's getting on the same page. And again, it's all coaching. It is. The Sixers, every time the Magic had the ball, the Magic had at least, according to my calculations, converted on 85% of their possessions. every single time that they had the ball, they were going to make a bucket. It was either a 3 or a 2. That's atrocious. That's almost impossible. They were 6 points away from 150. And yet, what's even more mind-boggling is that with 2:35 left to go in the third quarter, guess who's still playing in this game? Why is he out there? Everybody on the Raptors that talked about Nick Nurse, they were right about one thing, that this guy loves to run his players into the ground for no reason. And he's doing that with not just Maxey, but with a lot of these guys too. Yes, a counter argument could be, well, he has all these guys hurt. I'm looking at Kyle Lowry. He does not play 1 minute. Not 1 minute tonight. How? The whole point of playing Kyle Lowry was supposed to be in blowout games, and he doesn't get 1 minute? Justin Edwards is going out there instead when he clearly just went into the tunnel? Like, what's going on? You can't even play him for Justin Edwards? Like, why is it just doesn't make sense. Makes no sense at all whatsoever. I will get to your phone calls. Do not get me wrong. I will get to phone calls. I'm only going to take a few. I can't, have people coming on for, 10 minutes. I'm only going to be taking a few. But this was just an all-time embarrassment. Nick Nurse needs to be fired tonight. End of story. This is a game where Nick Nurse just did not have his players ready in that second quarter. What did you think was going to happen? As soon as the game started to get away, really, if we're being honest with you, and I am honest, I am. The Magic missed their first 8 threes in that first quarter. And Jamal Mosley is a very smart head coach because he realized that if he could just provide the pick and pop, the Sixers are going to double team in the half-court sets, and they're just going to find the wide-open shooter. They're going to play hot potato, the Magic, that is. Just give the ball to a wide-open shooter, and they're just going to knock it down. It's plain and simple, and that's all coaching. Do the players have to rotate? Absolutely. But you got absolutely spanked by the Magic. You got punched in the mouth, the chin, the chest, and kicked in the feet, and kicked in the butt in this game. And Anthony Black, when Nick Nurse actually called the timeout in the second quarter, the first one that he called, Anthony Black was left wide open for a 3. What was their adjustment that they made? Nothing. As soon as the timeout was over, the second possession that the Magic had was a wide-open 3 from Anthony Black. This is a Doc Rivers-esque type of coaching job from Nick Nurse. Remember when T.J. Warren had his 50-point game against the Sixers in the bubble? And Doc Rivers just decided not to put a guard on him or anybody? That was the same thing that happened today to Anthony Black. Anthony Black looked like he was Michael Jordan out there. We're talking about a guy who averages 12 points per game in his last 10 games. That puts up 30 points, and 20 of them come in the first half. This organization is embarrassing. I don't even have to get into the stats because that's not even going to help anything. You lost every single category. They outshot the three. They won every... I'm not kidding. They've won every single category except for points conceded off of turnovers, which, again, the Sixers, quote-unquote, won that. They give up 36 points off of their turnovers today. 25 fast break points. 80 points in the paint. Here I am just reading the stats. The only stat that they didn't win was technical fouls and fouls. Each team had 20 fouls. That's it. Everything else belonged to the Orlando Magic. What a joke. $51 points in the second quarter. And yet Tyrese Maxey's still playing. Beyond me. In that second quarter, right? Eric Gordon comes on in, has a bad pass to Tyus Jones. I don't know where he was throwing the ball to. I don't know what was going on. Anthony Black misses a dunk. Penda gets the offensive rebound, and he just tips it up and in. I knew in that second quarter that they were going to lose the quarter because of their lack of size and because the Magic were grabbing these offensive rebounds because the Sixers are so thin. I knew that that was going to happen. At least compete, for crying out loud. At least show fight. Is that hard to ask? I guess it is. Top of the key, Desmond Bane has the ball with with about 10 minutes to go in that second quarter. What's going to happen? Wendell Carter Jr. is going to set a pick for him. Desmond is going to roll it down the lane. He's going to draw a double team. And Wendell Carter is going to be left wide open for a layup. It's just so easy. That's how the Sixers defense was tonight. They're going to double team the ball handler for no reason and just leave guys wide open. And either A, the Magic are going to pick and pop, or they're going to find the wide open three-point shooter, or the defense is just going to collapse and they're going to give up wide open layups. And then if they miss a shot, the Sixers are going to go out in transition, and what's going to happen is that the Magic are going to get back on defense because the Sixers are going to be doing their stupid triple handoffs. And Tyrese Maxey's only going to get 3 field goal attempts in that second quarter. And then they're going to miss a shot, and Jalen Suggs, who made like 17 home run passes because the Sixers can't get back in transition, he's just going to have a heyday throwing these long balls, throwing these deep balls, if you will, like he's an NFL quarterback like Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes, and the Sixers are going to give up 2 points that way. Uncompetitive basketball. And your leaders, or lack of leaders, don't step up. We'll get to Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese did not have a good game today. It wasn't his best game at all. But it is, I'm not upset with Tyrese Maxey. Am I a little bit disappointed in him today? Not really. This guy can only do so much. When his supporting cast that's out there is who? Dominic Barlow? Bench piece. Andre Drummond? Bench piece. Quentin Grimes? Bench piece. A solid bench piece. And Justin Edwards? Bench piece. They lost Trendon Watford. That sucks. That's terrible. And that makes me scared. The one positive that I take out of this game, and this is just me fighting for something. I'm desperate. The one positive is Jared McCain's three-point shooting. He made his first 2 threes. And I'm happy to see that he is more confident with his shot. Again, though, the head at the helm doesn't want to call up good plays for him. Their bench had 5 guys who put up at least 10 points today. Your bench had 2. And the 2 guys, one of them played the entire fourth quarter. (610-314-0844) is how you dial on into the postgame show. I don't know what you guys have to say. I'm letting you guys unleash. But again, we're not gonna hold it to like very, very long calls. But get your points across. I won't interrupt you. Calling in and just let it loose. This was awful. This was worse than awful. This was an absolute abomination. And again, I will say this one more time. Daryl Morey, Josh Harris, Elton Brand, they have got to be looking at this and saying to themselves, wow. Just wow. I didn't even get to the whole technical fouls and the little bickering in the back and forth that went on between Andre Drummond and Wendell Carter Jr. I could care less about that. There's like nothing to take out of that. The bottom line is that your team was uncompetitive. And they allowed, in the last 3 quarters, a total of 111 points. 100, what was it? 100 and, what's 35? 109 points. 109 points over the last 3 quarters. And really 86 from the second and the third quarter alone. Embarrassing. Call in 610-314-0844. That's how you dial on in. I saw a text message. I'll get to that really quickly. It's time for Harris to clear out this front office. Preaching to the choir. He's losing money with Morey and Nurse and the dumb contracts with no clauses. And the bad coaching. Morey, Nurse, and Brand have got to go. They've got to clean house. Unloaded Embiid, PG, and whoever else. Get picks and totally rebuild this team, says Lawrence. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to unload Joel, and they're stuck. But what they can do, again, Daryl, I'm not going to defend him for the contracts that were provided with Paul George and with Joel Embiid. You can't defend that. That's his fault. That is totally on Daryl Morey. And the owner, again, doesn't give a damn. He doesn't care. He doesn't care at all whatsoever. At least Jeffrey Lurie comes and does a lot of really good things for the community. Eagles Autism Foundation. Right? He cares about the organization. He cares about winning. What does Josh Harris care about? You have NBA coaches with less talent and that coach better. Yep. You do? Preach. Wild. You have coaches like, I don't know. Kenny Atkinson, even with the Brooklyn Nets, was actually a very good coach. I don't think people want to give him the flowers that he deserves, but he was actually really doing a good job, I thought, putting Cam Thomas, some of these other guys that they had in positions to succeed. Now, Cam Thomas has a lot of talent, but he's to me, he's one example. Another guy for a while, blanking out on his name, he coached the Pistons, and he coached the Raptors, too. Thought that he was a good one. Monty Williams. Look at what Sam Cassell's doing. It's sad. Nick Nurse was the safe hire. And his first year looked like everything was going well. And ever since then, it's been just a total disgrace. Don't hold back, JJ. I'm just bothered. I'm just really disgusted because I didn't think that this year, I thought that this year was supposed to be one of those years where, okay, you get to see VJ play. You get to see Maxey take another step in this game. I didn't have any expectations for this team. And why am I getting mad about this? Because I'm mad because, A, the organization continues to lie. They talk about, they don't give you enough information about these injuries. Where is Adem Bona? Why is Paul George out? Why was Paul George a full participant at these practices and he's not playing in regular season games until last week against the Clippers? He makes his debut then. Now he has an ankle injury? It's not a knee injury. It's an ankle injury? What's going on with the medical staff? Nobody's being honest. And the fans have every right to be upset about that, too. Not just from what's going on off the court with these players, but what's going on the court. And what I mean by off the court, too, by the way, is injuries. It has nothing to do with people in their personal life. It has nothing to do with that. And then I'm really just disappointed in the head coach because all I heard last year was that all these guys were hurt. He didn't have enough talent. He didn't have enough players to help him. And really, when I look at Trendon Watford, these guys are depth pieces. These guys are surrounding pieces. Quentin Grimes, depth piece. Really good coming off the bench. Jared McCain, a rising star, in my opinion. Maybe that's a little bit too soon to call him that, but I do think with the way that he was playing last year before the injury, he was playing like a star. VJ Edgecombe, you have these young guys. You have these young, hungry guys. And then you have a backup center in Andre Drummond. And all that stuff is cool, but Adem Bona's hurts. And it's just it's just so frustrating to watch this team play this type of basketball and put out a product like this. With the way that things were rolling in the first 5 games or so, it was fun because They came back in the fourth quarter. Did they have the bad third quarters? Yes, they did. But in the fourth quarter, it felt like that guys were taking over. It felt like that they had confidence. You got to see VJ Edgecombe playing very aggressive basketball, looking like he's Anthony Edwards out there and looking hungry. And who looks hungry right now? Nobody does. It can't just be Tyrese Maxey. And Maxey's going to have bad games. You can't expect him to go out there and give you an A-plus performance every single night. And if he does, right, like he put up 54 points the other night, guys. And guess what? They only win by 2? Crazy. Lawrence says that they're too small of a team. They're small in depth now, of course, because of their injuries. But they don't have a lot of height. You're right. They have a lot of ball. They have a lot of guards. And yeah, the third quarters have been so atrocious. I didn't see any adjustments in that second half. I saw a head coach wave the white flag coming on into that second half. That would have never happened even 3 years ago. He would have been yelling at the guys in the locker room. Remember last year when they played against Denver, we heard a report from one of the Denver reporters or one of the Denver beat writers, that they could hear banging against the wall coming from the 76ers. And the Sixers actually, at one point, I believe that they won 4 games in a row. And then that was like the end of that. And they ended up losing the rest of the way. This will be the first coach in history to go from first place to last place, says Lawrence. I don't see it getting any better. After this game, and I'm not being emotional here. At this game, I'm being dead serious. Nick Nurse does not deserve to come back. I really feel that way. I'm not holding back anymore. He has to go. Done. Goodbye. Goodbye. Mike Brown is the one who got fired. Who's the replacement for Nick Nurse? I don't know. That's a great question. I guess you're going to have to promote the assistant coach. But at this point, you have got to think that anybody would be better than Nick Nurse. Because clearly he's lost the locker room. And he just doesn't, he's lost it. And I'm not saying that he's a bad person. He just can't do this with this team. And part of it, to be honest with you, do I feel bad for part of it? Yes. I feel bad that he does have to manage a team without Joel and without Paul George. That's not his fault. But again, though, you can be undermanned all that you want. You cannot lose by 41 points to this team. That reaches a new low. Do you understand? That's being incompetent. All right, guys. I think that's going to wrap it up for me. Let's be honest. Look at the Commanders. Winning record or not, that's what he's focused on. Yeah? You're right. You're right. Somebody actually said to me, it was like a year ago. I don't remember who it was, but there were talks potentially, and it was just rumors, like Jeffrey Lurie. It wasn't actually really a rumor. It was just more. It was more of a barbershop talk. That's what it really was. Of if Jeffrey Lurie owns another team. I said if that happens, fans are going to go berserk. Because guess what? If he goes to another team, that's going to be betrayal to this city. And what Josh Harris has done, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about the product. He doesn't care about the city. He cares about staying relevant. I got to call it like it is. This is what the YouTube platforms are for. We don't BS. We don't sugarcoat things. We don't sweep things under the carpet. This is raw emotion, and we tell it to you like it is. Hire Tom Thibodeau. At least Tom Thibodeau plays very hard-nosed basketball. Now, he does run his guys into the ground, too. So I can't... he has his own things. He does. So I don't know. But clearly, the bottom line is that whoever they hire, it needs to be somebody from the outside, and they have got to bring the troops together because clearly nobody's on the same page. Look at some of these turnovers that Quentin Grimes is making, guys. There was a time tonight where Quentin Grimes thought that he was going to hand it off over to, it was Jabari Walker. And then Walker was not even there. Walker was cut into the basket, and Grimes just hands it off into no man's land, I said. It was to nobody, and it goes out of bounds. I saw 2 play calls out of a timeout. One of them, Jared McCain gets the ball. He drives it inside. Good defense, by the way. He kicks it out to Andre Drummond on the near corner, and Andre Drummond has to go to the rack and take it himself. Andre Drummond does not take the ball downhill. What's going on? Fire the medical staff, too. Take a couple more texts. I can't believe that the Raptors are a better team than we are this year. It's just sad. There's a team that's undermanned, too, right? Look at the Pistons. The Pistons are undermanned without Cade Cunningham, without Tobias Harris. They're missing and Jalen Duran, too. And yet they're still playing really well. JB Bickerstaff has these guys rolling. Crazy. All right, that's going to wrap it up for me. I love you all. I'll catch you all in the next one. All right, Lila Tov. I will see you guys Friday. We should have a video coming out probably on Wednesday or something. Talking a little bit more about the Sixers and a little bit about the Eagles too. But yeah, tough one and annoying and frustrating. Catch you on the next one. Lila Tov. Good night. Bye. Oh, by the way, forgot to say this. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys because I love you all to death, and I really hope that you guys get to enjoy the night with your loved ones and that you get to spend the holidays spending good quality family time with everybody around. I really feel that way. So, happy Thanksgiving. Good night, and I'll catch you all on Friday. Bye.